どうも、よろずやの坂田銀時です。なんだ、困りごとか？
ズラじゃないカツラだ。新たな出会い、吉と出るか凶と出るか、いずれ答えが出るだろう。
なんだ、俺に何か用か。まあなんだって構わねえよ。
わしは坂本達馬、海援隊っちゅうとこの社長をしておる。まさかこのわしに出番があるとはのう。
リーチ。
リーチ。
ローン決まる。
チー。
Oi, Gintoki! I told you not to touch the controls! Sorry, guys. Welcome to the Mahjong Soul and Gintama collab tournament. As you see, Gintoki could not wait to reveal himself, so we showed up right at the start of the tournament. Of course, we have our regular commentary team here as well. My name is Tips and Tricks. I'm a Reachy streamer and commentator. You can find me at twitch.tv/tipsandtricks. I'm joined by the magical Mahjong girl, Irie. Hello.
Nice to meet you. My name's Irie. I am a magical Mahjong girl, a VTuber on twitch.tv/IronTV. And I'll be commentating with Tips and Tricks and Tenhote tonight.
That's right. And we also have Tenhote, another English Reachy content creator and commentator. You can find him at YouTube. At Tenhote. How you doing, Tenhote?
I'm doing great. I'm super excited to be here, and I'm super excited for the Gintama collab.
And of course, as you saw, we are joined by the Gintama collaboration team. We've got all four members there. We've got Gintoki, we've got Takasugi, we've got Sakamoto, and we have Zura, although he doesn't like when you call him that. So don't tell him we said that. Helping us judge the tournament today, doing a lot of work in the back rooms there, is Luke Morgan of the Saikoisen Japan Pro Mahjong Association. You can find all things Reachy related on iPlayReachy.com. And let's have a fair tournament. It'll be up to Luke to make that happen. So today has been a very interesting tournament. It's kind of a little novel, a little bit new. I don't know if Mahjong Soul has done something like this before on the English server, on the world server. This part here looks very similar. Our finals, 3 Southwind matches in total with a 10-minute intermission between each match, and the total score is just adding all 3 matches together. No, I guess no quirks there. But what was interesting is how we got here. In fact, this was an open tournament. It was open to essentially all skill ranks, all the way from the top to the bottom. A lot of times players had to qualify, send in registrations. All the players had to do for this tournament was to go into the tournament room and click sign up. The first 3,000 got in, so it was a huge preliminary round. A massive preliminary round, and from here we whittled it down with another preliminary round, and in the end today there was, well, not today, but previously there was like a top 32, a group stage. But today we have the final 4 for you on stream. So we can look at the rules here today. Tenote can give us the lowdown.
Sure. So this is something that you will be used to here if you play Mahjong Soul in the ranked ladder. So this is the same rule set as 4-player ranked match. So your thinking time is the same, 20 seconds plus 5. Very importantly, emotes are on and everything like that. This is different from how we normally run tournaments on stream right here. Busting is on, so people can go negative and the game can end. Additionally, there's no head bump, so multi-Ron can happen if someone discards something that multiple people are waiting on. Everyone can call Ron on that tile, all that sort of stuff. So it's exactly the same as your 4-player ranked match, which should make for a much more explosive experience during the stream than our usual tournament fare.
Yeah, I think in addition, it's really good because it was an open tournament. We have players qualifying from all sort of ranks in that they all already know this set of rules. Sometimes in our other tournaments, we played a more strict set of rules, but not necessarily all the players in an open tournament will know all the complexities of those rules. But if we have the exact same rules as ranked, the players are guaranteed to know the rules because they played them. And one other thing to mention is that the game can go into West round. So that is pretty hilarious. We might actually see some West round games today. That would be a first for an official Mahjong Soul tournament. Let's take a look at our players here. And as we mentioned, all ranks were able to participate in this tournament. So we do have Expert 3 Cool Cat representing all the experts out there. Full Flush. They've been playing for 2.5 years. And their lucky tile is the East, the Tone. We have Lasti, a Master 3, whose favorite Yaku is 7 pairs. They've also been playing for 2.5 years, and their lucky tile is the Green Dragon. We have Wuxia, a Master 2 player. Their favorite Yaku is all terminals. They've been playing for 3 years, and their lucky tile is also the Green Dragon. So 2 Green Dragon representatives here. And last but not least, we have RPS, a Master 1 player whose favorite Yaku is Ipats, the one Yaku you can't get without another one. They've been playing for 4 years, and their lucky tile is the 1 of dots, the 1 of circles, the 1 pin. That big circle. So those are the 4 players that have made it through all the stages. And you can see here, even all of our players who just participated did receive a prize.
Yeah, so all of these prizes have already sort of been given out. So we had the preliminaries prize just for participating in this tournament. The 3,000 people who showed up and signed up, they got a lucky bag. Going from the first round of 3,000 down to 900, you got a summon scroll. Going from that 900 down to a 256 cut was 2 summon scrolls, and then going from 256 to top 32 got you 2 more summon scrolls. So lots of different rewards to be given out for the normal tournament players and stuff like that. And then once you got to elimination stage, you would be able to get a fortune charm and also some jade for going from 32nd to 9th. And now we're in the group stage, the group final. So for Group A and Group B, getting first through 4th place gets you a different level of jade, fortune charm, and if you were first, you would even get an Ichihime acrylic standee.
All right, and today we have our prizes. First place will get all of the collaboration characters, their outfits, the decorations, a physical keycap set, and a physical trophy. Second place will get 3 of the collab characters and their outfits, as well as the decorations. Third place will get 2, and 4th place will get 1. You can hear I am going quickly. You guys at home will also be eligible to win prizes in the lucky draw if you're participating. Stay tuned in the chat and be active, because you never know when we'll have that question for you. But for now, it looks like the game's already begun, so let's zip right on over. So here we can see RPS has already won the first hand as a dealer. They're on one repeat here, and it was a very fast hand. We can see Wuxia on the right trying to strike back just as quickly. RPS is already Tenpai here, but we come in to extreme action. That's an Ippatsu sumo right here. 2 hands out of the gate super fast. I apologize to the viewers that we didn't get to see the first one. But Wuxia already getting their points right back, taking the lead after dealing in to RPS in East 1.
Well, we said off the top that it might be a little bit more of an explosive match between these players, and that's definitely coming true so far. Starting off the hand, we have Wuxia as our second dealer now, and not too bad of shapes in this hand, but looking around the table, nobody is too close to Tenpai just yet, so it's going to be a little bit of a battle to get these honor tiles out of people's hands and start moving towards more effective shapes.
Yeah, I mean, I think Wuxia has just picked up a 4th pair, so I think that's going to be the most interesting hand to look at to see whether our dealer here goes for 7 pairs or a regular shaped hand. I mean, on the left, there's a lot of pairs and triplets for RPS. Across the table, Lasti is 1 away from Tenpai, and on the right, Cool Cat is doing decently well. I would consider it decently well, but I think our other players are just a little faster here. We got a 3-so weight. My favorite, Lasti, across the table. You know,
not going to be able to hit the Ippatsu, but waiting on the 3 of bamboo is something that a lot of people take as a little bit of good luck, so we'll see if it comes Lasti's way here as the Riichi continues on.
Yeah, I've been thinking, I wonder if Cool Cat named themselves after the icon that you get whenever you score 50,000 points or more. Or 70,000 points or more in a 4-player or 3-player game respectively. Whenever you have double your starting score and you get a first place, you get a nice little Cool Cat on your profile for that game. Cool Cat actually holding on to the 3 of bamboos here. I wonder, do you think they have a read on Lasti's weight?
It's hard to say. I think that in terms of Cool Cat and like sort of like what we see, they are maybe the most headstrong player in this, for lack of a better term. They are often the person pushing and stuff like that, but it's actually going to be Wuxia pushing here with the 3 and going to be dealing in to Lasti here for just Riichi, and that is it. Riichi Nomi, 1,300 points, moving the game along and taking that dealer away from Wuxia.
Yeah, it was interesting.
But in the stats,
Lasti kind of had that that 6-so, the 6 of bamboos discarded very early, so it set a little bit of the trap on the 3. And while Cool Cat didn't fall for it, Wuxia did have a 2-3 of bamboos, so I think they expected the 3-so to be safe, the 3 of bamboos, and it was a little bit of a trap that was set up, and Lasti got it.
Yeah. Well. Cool Cat is our dealer now. Cool Cat, statistically speaking, looking at the different players here, Cool Cat is a Riichi caller. They're here for value. If they're able to call Riichi, they definitely will. And they're the person that chases Riichi the most out of all of our players and things like that too. So despite being a Cool Cat, we might see some aggression.
Ooh. Maybe the coolness comes from how aggressive they are. How willing they are to face the danger. I think a lot of people consider that cool.
Yeah. RPS is building a monster of a hand over there. Definitely got a good amount of value potential in their hand. But Wuxia, not any slouch themselves, having some pretty good shapes building out here. And lastly, calling that White Dragon. Trying to find some speed, trying to keep game moving here.
Yeah, I think Lasti is the only player 1 away right now. No, Cool Cat with that draw is also 1 away. So we've got 2 players that are just 1 tile away from Tenpai, very close to knocking on that victory door. Knocking on the door of victory, we'll put it that way. Wuxia and RPS are actually pretty far out here, so they're gonna have to make some good draws to catch up. That's one though. Wuxia is only 1 away now. They've joined the 1 away squad. Cool Cat is Tenpai.
Yeah, Tenpai and calls Richie on the 5-8 of circles. Only 2 left in the wall to find here, but finds it for the Ipatsu anyway. Sumo, just draw whatever tile you need. It's that simple. Cool Cat coming in on their dealership with Richie, Ipatsu, Sumo, Pinfu, Dora, and that is enough for a dealer Mangan.
Huge draw there from Cool Cat. As you mentioned, only 2 tiles left. That's 2 Ipatsu already in this game, and we just barely caught the first one. Because the first hand was almost as quick. Not Ipatsu. But the first hand we got to see was also Ipatsu, so that's crazy. Players feeling very flowful, very lucky today. Seems like we'll have an exciting match. And currently, Cool Cat is on the upper hand. Cool Cat has the upper hand. Wuxia in second place here. So both our Ipatsu players are first and second right now. Suppose that's to be expected when you get a ton of points.
Yeah, Wuxia is drawing particularly well. Finds that Kanchan on the 6, 7, 8, that middleweight. So going to be getting towards Tenpai a little bit faster than the other players here. We'll see how their hand progresses as we move forward.
And if you're enjoying the tournament so far, if these plays have been tantalizing, give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the official Mahjong Soul YouTube channel for more info, more updates, events, collaborations. Everything Mahjong Soul shows up on the channel. Thank you for watching, of course. And we're about through the first row of this East 3 hand, this first repeat after Cool Cat's Ipatsu, and Cool Cat draws a good tile here. Cool Cat also halfway between 7 pairs and a regular hand. RPS across the table has 2 calls, but still not Tenpai, 1 away. On the right, Lasti has a little bit of work to do. Looks to be about 3 away, actually, 2 or 3 away. And on the left, Wuxia's hand is very interesting, keeping a lot of inside shapes. This hand could be extremely valuable, but very hard to decide what to keep in your hand when you have tiles like this.
Definitely true. It's interesting because for me personally, RPS is probably in the position that I am most likely to want to see for myself here. Being able to have this 5-7-9 here and drop the 5 here and wait on that 8. The 5 makes it look like that 8 is a lot safer than it actually is. So there's a chance that we see somebody deal in with the 8.
We have a Suji trap
and
here.
there's still one left in the wall. Of course, now Wuxia in Tenpai now on that 3-6 of circles. And the 6 is going to come out from Lasti here.
Yeah, so unfortunate for RPS holding 3 Dora in hand. Wuxia is going to shut that down, make a little bit of headway towards Cool Cat, who's leading, but I don't think any of the Dora were actually revealed, so I don't think Wuxia knows just how many points they prevented RPS from getting in that hand.
Yeah, it's really interesting so far because you see different patterns in different games and stuff as you go into them. Sometimes you'll have a game that has a lot of 7 pairs and all triplet hands and stuff like that.
Right.
Commonly referred to as like a Toitsuba game. So far, we've seen hands that are fast, and the value is coming from like Richie calls and stuff like that. So it's about getting to Tenpai first, and then calling Richie and being able to slam for value there. But maybe I'll be proven wrong by RPS, who already has 2 Dora in their hand again.
RPS really trying to catch them in this time. I mean, if you miss them one time, you're already upset. If you miss them twice, you start to wonder a little bit if you're making a mistake. So RPS is going to make the early call on the south. Only 2 Dora right now, not 3. Could easily use the 3rd Dora. Whether a red 5 or a Dora out from Cool Cat here. Doesn't want to take it though. It is a little bit awkward to call Pwn because that would cut right in the middle of RPS's 5-6-7 mon shape. So while it is worth more Han to get that 3rd Dora, RPS prefers the speed.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit dependent on your situation and everything. Right now it's East 4. RPS still has another dealership and everything like that. Having 3 Dora versus 2, you have time to make up that point differential and stuff like that. So it's not a huge deal. Getting a hand that is seat win plus 2 Dora definitely feels good enough at the moment.
Yeah, one thing.
Wuxia gonna take themselves out of Tenpai there, waiting on the 5 of circles originally and now swapping out.
Yeah, one thing to notice is when Cool Cat did discard the Dora, the 6 of characters, there was a long delay. Sometimes Mahjong Soul adds artificial delay to the game in order to make it harder to read when a player is actually waiting for a tile, but that delay was so long, it's probably not artificial. And I think Wuxia picked up on that because when they drew the Dora, they're wondering, okay, now is it gonna deal in? And so, as you mentioned, Wuxia did not take Tenpai. They stayed out of Tenpai in order to avoid dealing the Dora. Dora is dangerous regardless of whether you have a read or not, but perhaps a little clue from Wuxia there. This is a huge Tenpai for Wuxia though, but it is Furiten. So Wuxia decides not to reach. Furiten meaning Wuxia has a winning tile in their discard and cannot call Roan. So Wuxia is not confident enough to reach. Wuxia actually has no Yaku, so they can't Roan anyway. Furiten or not. Cool Cat is ready to reach though. Only waiting for inside 6 of dots, the 6 pin there. RPS has had the best wait for a while now. And that's going to make Wuxia fold. This is a very interesting spot. With Cool Cat really only having 1 tile left in the wall, but 2 in Lasty's hand that may come out, maybe. And with 5 still in the wall for RPS, you gotta think RPS still has pretty good odds here, even with 16 tiles left.
Yeah, good amount of chance to draw here. And also, the 7 in Lasty's hand, you don't necessarily expect it to come out, but it's not one of the ones that has to stick around necessarily.
Oh, RPS is actually willing to fold this hand. With a 5 so discard, gonna play it safe here. I wonder if RPS noticed that the 7 so was also safe to Cool Cat. Or maybe they're just going for the the half flush for more value. Okay, they notice now, they're gonna use it.
Yeah, because that 5 would have won them the hand there if they had not changed their hand.
That's a bit unfortunate, but you never know. It could have ended up dealing in.
Oh,
the
Cool Cat
last
with the
tile!
sumo. Oh man, all you need is 1. Cool Cat has a cat with their character. I just thought of that too.
Yeah.
All right, well that's gonna be a very nice hand for them, staying in the lead. And now it's RPS, the first dealer, now back again, and we'll actually be able to see this one this time. So,
yeah.
That'll be good.
I just have to interject that Siri is one of my favorite Mahjong Soul characters, the Panther Tamer. I'm not even usually that much of a cat guy, but she got a lot of time in the lore, in the events, in the visual novels, before she was actually released as a character. And she was one of my favorite characters in the story. But
yeah, she's a cool cat.
Yeah, she is. We are here in South 1. RPS, I wonder if they will go for like an inside hand, like a Tanyao. All simples. A lot of options. Could go for the full straight 1 to 9 in Mon. It could just go for a Riichi. They have 2 Dora again. RPS has been drawing Dora. Tough decision. They're not going to go for the full straight. It looks like Tanyao is the move.
Yeah, it gives them a little bit more wiggle room. And at this point, like, you're in 3rd, and it's like within Mongon striking distance and stuff like that of Wuxia in 2nd and stuff like that. Generally speaking, what people say is that Mahjong is a game of making Mongon and stuff like that, because your score doubles every time that you get another Han until you reach Mongon.
Yes.
So getting Mongon as dealer is definitely a really, really big advantage and stuff like that. And so having all simples, maybe being able to find another Dora in the 8 of bamboo here could be a quick path to a Mangan for them, like down the line here.
Especially in the land of red 5s. This is one of our red 5 tournaments here at Mahjong Soul Official. And it does make it a lot easier to get to that Mangan, which means it's a lot easier for your opponents to hit there as well. So it is the Goldilocks point, as you say. The perfect balance between speed and value. You're looking for Mangan most of the time. But every hand is a little different. You can't just say I'm going for Mangan every hand. Sometimes your hand only gives you 1 Han, like Cool Cat here. Maybe 2 if Cool Cat gets the 8 Sodora in between the 7 and 9. Other hands, you draw them and you should be looking for Yakuman. Sometimes you get 10 terminals and honors right off the bat. Just go for 13 orphans. The Mangan might actually be losing value in that case.
Cool Cat finds a little bit more value with that red 5. Wuxia is 1 away from Tenpai here on a pretty good weight, I would say. Lasty looking to figure out what to do there. Probably going to keeps the 6-8 rather than dropping the Dora there.
Well, a lot of thinking. When you get to this 3rd line and your hand still hasn't formed, like RPS, there's definitely a lot of thinking going on whether it's even worth pushing your hand. Even though nobody's pulled a Riichi, people could be waiting in Silent Tenpai, Damaten, or Shadow Tenpai. Same deal.
Shadow Tenpai, as we like to call it here on the official.
So Wuxia is going to also call, and with this many calls, RPS has got to be a little bit worried, especially with that Dora sticking out. The Dora doesn't actually deal in, but Wuxia is Tenpai. That's gonna do it.
From Lasty.
Unfortunately,
they called that Chi and their whole hands turn red there, pretty much.
Yeah, the entire character side.
3 and 30. Wuxia taking that, getting a little bit more of a second place here. For Wuxia going into their dealership. And as you were saying, yeah, like getting to the 3rd row of discards and stuff like that, and most people's hands haven't come together. It's definitely a little bit terrifying because you can never really tell who's in Tenpai, who's not. RPS, generally speaking, is the kind of player who will be more comfortable with that Shadow Tenpai, that Damaten, as compared to other competitors. From what we see, a lot of them are either calling open hands or calling Riichi.
Right.
Depending upon the situation and their like game state overall.
Yeah, you know, at least if one of your opponents calls Riichi, you can say, okay, it makes sense to fold. But if they haven't called Riichi, now you have that real dilemma in your head, whether you should push, whether you shouldn't, whether you're folding to ghosts is what they call it sometimes, is you're giving up hands when there's actually no threat on the table. But in this case, there were some threats.
Yeah. I mean, in a lot of ways, Mahjong is a game of illusion and stuff like that. Where if I had, triplets of both green dragon and red dragon, everybody's thinking about, oh, can't drop white dragon anymore, even if it's not in my hand.
Right.
So a lot of the times it's like, a lot of fainting and all that sort of stuff. This is a really good draw for Lasty here. Oh, well, yeah, they already dropped the 1 earlier. So it would have been Ifeiko.
Yeah. A little bit unfortunate. Could maybe still have used it, but I think Lasty's going for that inside hand so they can call tiles, connect on the Dora. Especially they would like that 6 of characters, as Cool Cat has been making an obvious push towards a half flush. So I think they're looking to catch character tiles from Cool Cat, since Cool Cat can't use any. And you can't really call tiles if you don't have a Yaku. On the left, RPS gets that last 2-mon. So now RPS has 5 pairs. We could see our first actual attempt at 7 pairs this game.
Could be... Oh, well, draws a 6. This is the turning point for the hand. Do they go for all triplets? Do they go for 7 pairs? Dropping the Dora and deciding that they might be able to find triplets here.
Yep, so Lasty does make the call. They are using the all simples, the Tanya maneuver. And Cool Cat is moving forward. Cool Cat looks to be only one away. Cool Cat's weights are not that great, but this extra green dragon might be just what Cool Cat needs from Wuxia. Does not come out though. Wuxia is going to hold on to it. I think sensing the half flush is kind of dangerous.
It's interesting to see the progression of all these hands and how they're going, but the Green Dragon's still just stubbornly not coming out of that that hand from Wuxia.
Yeah, and I mean RPS and Lasty are both holding pairs of the 2-mon, and RPS has a pair of the 3-mon, where Lasty has technically a pair of the 3-mon, but one is in their hand and the other is already called. So all the 3-mon are also gone. It makes it pretty tough for Lasty to finish this hand out here. Of course, it would be a lot easier for them if they could get anything between 3 to 6 of dots, 3 to 6 pin, but Cool Cat loves all the Pinzu tiles. Like, Cool Cat basically uses all those tiles. Yeah, right here. So Cool Cat's not going to release that to Lasty. Just going to go Tempai. If the Green Dragon comes out, this is going to be really unfortunate for Wuxia. No change for Cool Cat. Ooh, Lasty does find Tempai. None left in the wall, but could come out from another player. Yeah, RPS is moving forward. This doesn't look good for RPS. Safe for now, but if they move forward one more time, that 6-pin is going to deal in. Only 5 tiles left though, so they might not get tempted.
Yeah, looks like we might hit exhaustive draw here. But, you know, honestly, for most of these players, it's not the worst thing. Dropping the 7 to remain safe, and that's going to be Cool Cat and Lasty in Tenpai, the other two RPS and Wuxia in No 10, paying out those people, and we move into South 3.
Yeah.
And Cool Cat now in staying in the lead with what could be a little bit of a faster hand here, depending on the draw.
Unfortunately for Wuxia, their dealer was lost there, but I mean the worst case scenario was them losing their dealer by dealing in with the Green Dragon, so they made the right decisions, but it still results in them losing some points. RPS also not super happy about that, losing some points and having the game move along while they're in 3rd place. Lasty did get some points. Lasty did maintain Tempai, but the game is moving quick. At least Lasty has another dealer turn though, so that is one upside for them.
Yeah, an interesting chi from Wuxia there. Going for speed right now. Looking at the other shapes in their hand, it looks like this hand, like, value-wise, could have been half outside hand, Chanta. But decides to chi that 7 with the 6-8. So it's going to be maybe Red Dragon Dora.
Yeah, Wuxia needs a
out.
pair still. That's the big one. But
Yeah.
it is interesting that you mentioned that they're going for speed. Perhaps they thought they couldn't do any better on this hand. And we do have 2 more games after this. The whole finals is 3 games. It's the total score over 3 games. So even if Wuxia comes in second, that's a positive. That's a bonus. The placement bonus, the position points, or UMA in Japanese, are 15 points to first and 5 points to second. And then -5 to third and -15 to fourth symmetrically. This is a huge draw though for Wuxia. Wuxia can actually overtake here on a sumo with all these Dora that they've just drawn. So it started out looking like nothing, but now it looks like exactly what they need. Sometimes the draws just work out like that. RPS has also been moving very quickly. Might actually go for the full straight this time, 1 to 9. They had a chance earlier this game, didn't go for it. Let's see if they go for it this time. It looks like they're really moving down that line. Even getting rid of the pair of 1, so for this safe Green Dragon for later. Ooh, calls that, so no more pair again.
Wow.
Yeah, it's an interesting call. So far the value hasn't really increased because it went from 4 Han to 5 Han. It's basically still a Mangan. Only
We're talking about how you know, Mahjong is the game of illusions and everything.
Right.
Looking at Wuxia's calls, it's like, oh, clearly that's a half flush, but in their hand we see that it's definitely not.
Yeah, very sneaky.
So how everybody else has responded to this, like RPS didn't drop the 3-mon yet, all that sort of stuff, even though it's, you know, not moving their hand forward. So it's going to be interesting to see how these other players react. Last he's going to call Ricci. It's going to be waiting on the 5-8 of Bamboo here. Only one left in the wall.
Ooh, Tenpai for Wuxia. This is crazy.
Wuxia waiting on the 2, but of course there's none left.
Right. RPS
We're gonna
actually.
have to see a switch up, maybe.
RPS kind of folding here. I don't know if Cool Cat is in the lead, but it is their dealer turn. They might be wanting to push for more here. Nah, they're just holding on to their own lead. The one of dots, the one pin wasn't actually 100% safe, so it was sort of a middle of the road move there. But with only 8 tiles left, I don't think they're going to be able to make it to Tenpai.
What's interesting here is that if wow,
I could be
if
mistaken.
Cool Cat needs to fold with the north here, they might deal it to Wuxia.
You're right. They don't though.
Okay, all right.
They don't end up needing to use the north. They have enough safe tiles to get through. And actually nobody wins here in this tug of war. The rope is just dropped at the end of time. We reach the time limit. The tile limit. Tile limit. That kind of sounds cool. I haven't said that before. I didn't practice that one. The tile limit. It's like time limit, but
Off the cuff.
Alright, I'm done. Anyway, point is, Lasti does not get what they're looking for. Wuxia does not get the lead either. They had a big hand as well. Cool Cat survives their own dealership, but also loses that privilege. So we move into all last. I think Cool Cat's probably okay with losing their dealership, though. They'd rather have the game move forward while they're in the lead.
Mm-hmm. Totally fair. And it's going to be RPS and Wuxia with some fast hands. Lasti not looking too bad either with the pair of the East here. Lots of players have those kind of Yaku high pairs that might let them get into a quick, you know, Tenpai and everything here.
Yeah.
Depends if they want to build on value, because RPS is one away from 7 pairs right now, so we might see that happen, especially because with 7 pairs, 2 Uradora and stuff like that can really make a difference in terms of a hand's value if you call Ricci. So could see some scary stuff come out.
Yeah, there's 1 Ricci stick in the bonus bin. There's 2 continuance counters, 2 Honba. So a Haneman, 6 or 7 Han Sumo for RPS, which can often be found on those 7 pairs hands, would put RPS into 2nd place on a Sumo, Haneman Sumo. It's hard to get a Haneman with just 7 pairs, even with 2 Uradora, unless you Sumo it as well. Or you have already a Paradora in your hand.
Interesting. Speaking of 7 pairs, Lasti had at least a chance for it with that other 7-mon that they just discarded, but decided to go against it. Maybe thinking that the pawning the East is just, you know, a better way of going about it.
Yeah. And here goes Wuxia Tenpai trying to end this. So far, there is not enough value in their hand to overtake Cool Cat. Unless even a direct hit on the red dragon wouldn't do it on its own. Only 2 Han. So they'll be looking for Uradora here. But I think they'll be okay with 2nd place as well, with a couple other points. Every point does matter. It's cumulative score, not just 1st place, not just position, but cumulative score. So even if Wuxia does end in 2nd place, the extra points will help them in the rankings. Ooh, Cool Cat calls that. Lasti doesn't call it, but Lasti calls this. Gets into Tenpai looking for that East tile. The 3 of dots will not win it for Lasti. No Yaku on that side, but the East will. And because we're in South around, well,
There it is.
and now that Wuxia is under 30,000, I noticed The chat's been noticing it as well. We mentioned at the beginning of the stream, if all players are under 30,000 at the end of the South 4, even if another player wins, we will continue into West rounds. And now that only one player is above 30,000, it would just take a direct hit Mangan on Cool Cat for even RPS to send the game into West rounds. And RPS is the first dealer when it comes to West rounds. Note that when you're in West rounds, any player getting above 30,000 immediately ends the game, whether they win or get Tenpai payments. So RPS getting the chance to be the dealer again would be huge for them. And of course, if they get a Mangan off any of the other players, they get out of last place and maybe even up into second. So really, as you mentioned, a game of Mangan, RPS definitely looks like they can angle towards a Mangan on this hand. 4 pairs already, a leftover Dora and a pair of double South, even though South is the Dora indicator, so it's going to be hard to find the third one.
Yeah, Lasty has a really good hand here. Potential for a mixed triple sequence here, like Sanshoku.
Yeah, that's big.
As like a 5-6-7, or even a 4-5-6 maybe, depending on how things go. But also has like 2 safe tiles to drop between their 2 pairs with the Northwind and the 9.
Right.
So lots and lots of options here, and even if it is just Pinfu, I mean it's still, you know, a powerful option as the dealer, especially if you're looking for repeats and stuff like that. You're trying to get continuance out of this.
Oh, this is a huge decision for RPS that was just made. RPS made that decision pretty quickly, whether to go for a regular hand or 7 pairs after drawing the 1, 2, 3 of dots. Cuts the regular hand, cuts the open-ended weight, the 6-7 pin. But Lasty makes Tenpai.
Lasty makes Tenpai and calls Riichi. Not a bad call. I think, you know, if you're a dealer, just slam the button and go for it. Personally, if it's you know, me playing and stuff like that, obviously I'm not playing in tournament. I would have waited to see if I draw like the 4 of characters here, try and get Sanshoku and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think it's a little tough.
The 5-8 is good.
Because you also lose Pinfu if you go for the mixed triple sequence, the Sanshoku. So it's like, you do trade 2 Han for 1, but now your weight is harder to make because you can only win on one side. So I like Lasty's reach here. We'll see whether it pays off. RPS holding 2 of the winning tiles, Cool Cat holding 2 more of the winning tiles. Cool Cat's tiles might come out if they push though, and that would be devastating to our leader Cool Cat here. Oh, there's an 8 for Wuxia. Wuxia folds for now. For now, it's not a complete fold. They might still come back around. 3 tiles still left in the wall leaves good odds for Lasty. So I think no matter which way you look at it, Lasty has pretty good odds here.
Yeah, and the red 5 is still available.
Yes,
as well.
The big one.
Very important.
That would be hugely important here because Lasty's in that kind of midpoint. They have Riichi, they have Pinfu, and that's about it. Sumo would bring it up to 3. A red 5 adding a 4th Han would change the value of this hand a ton. There's 6, 7, 8 for Cool Cat. Will Cool Cat actually turn around and try and fight this now? Yeah, that 9 of characters is not actually 100% safe, so that is a bit of a push. They managed to avoid dealing in, haven't cut the 8 yet. We'll see what happens. Another one of Lasty's winning tiles. 2 left for Lasty here. Oh, there's the red 5.
Ooh, there's the red 5.
This is getting tough for
Do you drop the 8
Wuxia.
over the red 5, or do you drop the 7? What do you do?
Is it the 1 of dots?
Good move.
2 tiles left. No more draws for Lasty. Yeah, nobody calls, so Lasty will not get that chance at that Haite Sumo, that last tile Sumo. But it does mean we have another hand. And Cool Cat gets closer and closer to 30,000. Lasty's hand, not the greatest here, but if they can get a second Dora, all of a sudden this hand becomes very valuable. Okay, Lasty does not call any of the one so. They're gonna leave it to their draws to get them there. There's a red 5-pin. Not a bad draw, I'd say.
Yeah, it's interesting because, you know, like Wuxia can move forward with this hand. Definitely able to, you know, call the south and have some Dora in their hand and stuff like that, and you know, at least close out with second place here.
Yeah,
but for someone like RPS, that dream is getting further and further away, just because they need the value to sort of come back here.
Right. Lasty is interesting, has kind of cut a few honor tiles, like the value honor of the White Dragon, and now going with the 7-mon. And there goes the West tile. It was kind of looking like Lasty might be looking for 7 pairs until they got that 3-mon, which is close to the Dora 2-mon. So now they're looking a little bit more of a natural hand, a non-7 pairs hand. RPS can still go both ways here. 5 pairs in hand, but with a nice 2-3-4 shape. Twin sequence, the Ipeco there. They might be able to do just a regular hand, tripling up on the red dragons. RPS does basically need to hit Cool Cat though, if they want the game to continue. But as we mentioned, even getting second is fine, so RPS getting somebody else for a Mangun, probably acceptable too.
Big decision there, decides to keep the extended shape in the circle suit. Just giving them more and more options here, I think, rather than a close weight on the 2-4. So definitely a nice kind of like extension. Backfires a little bit with the 5 coming up, but I think because you're kind of hedging your bet with 7 pairs, it doesn't hurt nearly as bad as it might have.
Right, an efficient move. It's always difficult to calculate just how much you want to keep 7 pairs in mind when you're doing an efficient hand, because it's a lot harder to sort of cut all the shapes, sort of make sense of all the shapes in your head when you're considering both 7 pairs in a regular hand and how many tiles you need to go one way or the other way, which one is more efficient. And Lasty gets exactly what they're looking for here. They did start with the early call on the 4-mon, like expecting to get East, and now they've gotten East. So now they just need that 6-pin. The 6 of dots will win them the hand. 1 left in the wall. 3 of them in players' hands. Wonder if Cool Cat will end up discarding. Wuxia Tenpai.
Yeah, really big upgrade for Wuxia there. Drawing another Dora to get into the Tenpai here.
Right.
So that's, you know, a Mangon over there.
Yeah, it's enough to win if it's a direct hit off Cool Cat. Oh, Lasty, the option to change their weight does not go for it though. That's another pair. That's
5.
That's Tenpai. Maybe if you're willing to take the risk. I mean, the 4 did just come out. Okay.
Oh, Colin Ricci, man. All right.
Yeah.
Hell weight on the 5. Oh, but it's the 6 that's gonna come into Lasty.
Woo!
Oh my gosh. Sorry, Sadaharu's in the background here.
Sadaharu got excited. Gintoki. Yeah, Gintoki can't really control that dog, if I'm being honest. It's a little too big for him. We need Kagura to help him out. Alright, so here we are. South 4. Lasty has made an all-last run. I would say their name is very appropriate, because if they're Lasty, they must have gotten that nickname because they do all their work in all last. Last place, second place, and on the cusp of first. Because we do have the same rules as your ranked rooms, if the last place, or if the last dealer, if Lasty here gets into the lead, game ends. Even on a Tenpai, doesn't have to be a win. If Lasty's Tenpai and Cool Cat is not Tenpai, Lasty will win this round and the game will end.
Wuxia goes for it. Probably looking to make a half flush out of this. At least I would, kind of suspect so, especially with Southwind being the Dora. So hoping to, pick up more of those in the future, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, Wuxia has made the early call, but the rest of their hand doesn't look very fast. Lasty is one away from Tenpai here, and could actually just complete this huge storybook comeback in all last. Cool Cat is close to Tenpai though, might be able to stop this. 5 repeat counters on the board right now.
Wow.
RPS has the Dora South, but only 1. Oh, here comes Lasty's opportunity. It's not the greatest weight, but Lasty goes ahead and takes it.
Yeah, I think this is like relatively, slammable, as they say.
It wins you the game if you get it. Puts a lot of pressure on everybody else.
And like you have Wuxia clearly aiming for a half flush and stuff like that, gonna be tossing some of those bamboo tiles and stuff like that. Might be able to find some of the overflow there. So it's not terrible. And there's also still 2 in the wall. Entirely possible that Lasty draws it at any moment here.
That's true. Of course, RPS now very scared. Of course, they are still South player, and they were hoping to get South Dora 3, right? Double South Dora 3, but now the South is it's a problem because it's not fitting into the hand. It's very dangerous to discard. We'll see if RPS does end up discarding it. Still hasn't had to make the choice yet. Still has not made Tenpai. Chance to call here for Tenpai. Does not go. Oh, pairs up the door though. This is huge. Especially for someone who needs this many points.
Yeah.
Yes, can connect. Even if RPS could get to a Paimon.
Ooh, there's the South.
Okay, that won't be
Pulling
Paimon.
that up. And now that's waiting on a 4-7.
Yeah, it's Tenpai, but it is enough to get out of last place.
Sumo here? Oh, wrong.
No.
Yeah, the direct hit. It's still just a manga. No, that's a Hanemon. That's 6 Han. Double South.
Yeah.
I think that overturns their positions. I think
Does
that
it?
puts RPS in second because it's a Hanemon. You have 5 Honba.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
What
Oh,
a
there you go, Lasty.
huge win. Wow. That's the danger of Reach. You have got no choice to what you discard. And unfortunately comes back to bite Lasty and all last here. RPS also a hero run there, looking last place. At the end of the game, coming up to second place. What a play. Alright, so as we get the standings locked away and our players get ready for the second game, I think we have something that our chat might be interested in. Don't you think, Tenote?
Oh, I think so. Chat, here's your chance to win a little bit of a lucky draw, a fortune charm for 30 days. So what you're going to do, I'm going to ask you a question and you are going to leave a comment in the chat right here. So the question is, what is your lucky charm or your ritual for luck when playing Mahjong? Type in your answers in chat and we will pick a lucky winner. The winner can contact us by email. If you win, mjs.cs@yo-star.com. For me personally, my lucky charm for the gacha, at least, for this game is whenever you go on the draw screen, there's the lanterns and like the cat statues and stuff like that. And I always go lantern, cat, cat, lantern, hover my mouse over there, and then hit summon. Guarantees a character, I would say, for me and my luck. Might not work for you, but works for me. So that's my good luck charm. And of course, for Mahjong, sometimes you just got to use the 3-so, everybody believes in the Church of Sanzo. that 3 of bamboo is a lot of people's luck charm. Tips and tricks included there for sure.
Yep. I think for me, one of my favorite things to do is change my character to Ichihime, everyone's favorite cat girl, and rubber head for good luck. Give Ichihime some head pats and hope she can bring the shrine's luck to me.
Yeah. Oh man. All right, we have our winner here. The winner, drum roll please, is Ultima, saying hands up, eyes closed.
Congratulations,
so that's pretty great.
Ultima. I think doing that on the Mahjong table, it kind of relieves your stress as well, don't you think? You just close your eyes, put your hands up, hope the tile passes.
Yeah, like a roller coaster, honestly. So, Ultima, you can contact us by email at mjs.cs@yo-star.com for your fortune charm. I believe you should include your YouTube name and also your username in game.
Yeah, the friend ID. The
Yes.
9 or 10 digit now for his man. Mahjong Soul has been around so long. There's people
Over
with
15
10
million players, man.
there's
We
people
gotta-
with 10 digit friend codes. I'm lucky enough to have one of the 9 digit ones still. Wonder if
Yeah,
there
me
are
too.
anyone out there with 8 digits. Let us know in the chat if your friend code is only 8
man.
digits. You're one of the OGs.
Yeah, and if you weren't the winner this time, don't worry, because of course there are more lucky draws later on in the stream. And if you are enjoying the stream, please be sure to hit that like button and share the stream with your friends, because we have 2 more games coming up here.
That's right. As we can see, our first game, Cool Cat taking the win with the extra placement bonus there at plus 24.5. RPS, a clean second with that beautiful comeback in all last at plus 6.8. Wuxia, minus 9.4 with third place. And Lasty, gonna have to do it from last place currently with minus 21.9. Woo! Your friend code can be found in your friends tab. It should be in the top right. It'll say my ID. Something similar to that. And as we go to game 2, I will get to rest my voice a little bit as we bring in our magical girl, Irie.
Thank you so much, Tubbs, and hello, Tenholty, and hello, stream! That was an exciting match. Wow, Hanuman to take second place away from last year. That was an exciting match. So many repeats. Wow, that was great. How's it going, Tenholty? How's it going, chat? I hope you guys are enjoying the tournament. We're gonna have 2 more matches tonight, and I'll be commentating them for you alongside Tenholty. How's it going?
You know, it's going well. Whenever we were spectating that, whenever we joined, it started off with a Hanuman and it ended with a Hanuman. So maybe we can, you know, keep upping the ante. Maybe this one will start and end with a Baimon. Who knows?
Yeah. I wonder if we'll ever be able to see another Yakuman on the live stream. I still remember one, I think 3 or 4 years ago, on the Snow Tiger World Cup, maybe? There was a Daisangan, had big 3 dragons.
Yeah, that was before my tenure as a commentator and even as a Mahjong player, I think. So yeah, I mean, like, I would love to see it personally. You know, the only challenge is not blowing out my mic whenever whenever it happens. So we'll see.
Yeah, so I think the match is still loading up a little bit, but who are you guys cheering for out of all the players? We got Wuxia, RPS, Lasty. We got Cool Cat as well. Cool Cat is such a good name. I love the name Cool Cat.
So yeah, personally, I love the name Cool Cat, and I love that it's like a theme with everything, like using Siri and everything, and having you know, the panther and stuff in the background and everything. You know, like that's so good. You know.
Yeah, it's so on theme, right?
Yeah, I mean, like, I would love to have my name be a theme and just get Tenho all the time. You know, that blessing of heaven. But nope, no, that hasn't happened. But,
You'll get it one day.
You know, we believe in nominative determinism here. So, you know, it is what it is. You know, my name will determine my destiny eventually.
I've never seen a Tenho, but I have seen a Chiho in real life on my dealer.
Oh no.
Yeah, I don't know if I've told this story on stream, but I was playing in the Endless Fest in Las Vegas this year. And I think it was day 2 or something. And it was the final game of the night. And it was my first dealer. I started the game and East won. And I draw in this card, this West style. And I'm like, okay, this hand looks decent. And then the South player draws his style. And he just declares Tsumo and just wins. That's it, a Baimon deal-in essentially. Everyone came rushing to take pictures and stuff like that.
Yeah, that that is very painful. Especially, you know, in a tournament setting like that and stuff like that, you know. But personally, to answer your question, I think Wuxia is somebody that I'm rooting for here a little bit. Probably the most defensive player at the table and stuff like that. Generally speaking, having like a higher average placement through like higher sumo rates and you know, folding and picking and choosing their battles and stuff like that, kind of going back and forth rather than just like an all-out push and everything. So more towards my play style and stuff like that. So personally, I'm rooting for Wuxia.
Yeah, I'm particularly someone who calls a lot, very aggressive. So I think I'll be cheering on the callers, which I believe. So I believe Lasty is the one who calls the least, right?
Yeah, Lasty is almost like the most likely in terms of the stats to get the first Ricci and everything. But Cool Cat tends to be the one who's calling the most, apparently based on stats. So, yeah.
Makes sense. And looks like we're getting started with the first round of Game 2 of the JongTama tournament, the Grand Finals. Cool Cat, our first dealer, looking like they have a pretty nice hand here with a pair of East. Can triple them up for a double East triplet. No Dora so far. Dora is the Tremon, and it looks like Wuxia has one in hand. And for now, doesn't look like anyone is too close to them by just yet, but Lassie does have a very nice hand with chance of mixed triple sequence.
Cool Cat deciding to open their hand with the triple to the East and stuff there. But it's Lasty finding time to play first, despite the speed from Cool Cat here.
Oh, and there it is. This is Tanyao mixed triple sequence. Going to be a pretty gnarly hand, and it can become painful as well. And we do have, yeah, Cool Cat does have the East triplet now that they did draw it, so now just one away. Oh, there's a two-sided weight upgrade here for Lassie, and there it is, the Ricci, waiting on the 1 and 4 bamboo. So Ricci Pinfu mixed triple sequence will be Mangan regardless. Sumoi on the 4 could be Hanuman, I think.
Yeah. Definitely a pretty powerful hand. It's Cool Cat finding Tenpai now on the 147 of circles. Gonna be a battle between the two to find those final tiles.
Yeah, it is a much wider weight, but there's less styles of them available because we can see more of them are in people's hands than Lassie's. Yeah, I don't believe anyone else will be able to get a hand here. There is a chance that RPS could get a Beanfu or something here, but there it is. Cool Cat going to win that double East for 2,900 plus the Ricci stick, so that's an extra 1k on top. Nice way to kick things off in East 1. Going into the first repeat. Dora has the 4 of circles. So nobody... Looks like Wuxia has one, but no one can use it that well. Cool Cat could use it if they draw it.
Perhaps most importantly, we just saw the first emote of the game from Lasty. A little bit of a
Ooh.
crying emote since their their reach didn't work out. But you know,
At least it didn't win.
as things go, the emotes have not been flowing so far. I think, you know, if these players were emoting, you know, their flow would just get better and better. You know, you gotta go for the psychic damage a little bit here.
I agree.
See, Lasty emoted, getting the calls that they need.
Oh yeah, and Lassie is the one that's at least likely to be making these calls, but he's making here and it's working out. Not Tempai, 5-8 mon, only a 1,300 point hand, but it will get rid of Cool Cat Stealer. Oh, and there's a Ricci from Wusha. Gonna be Ricci Pingfu, no Dora, just waiting on the 4-7 mon. So both players have 4 tiles that they can win on. We'll see who manages to get it first. Yeah, tough spot here. 2 hands to defend against. Ooh, Cool Cat drawing all the dangerous tiles.
Yeah, but good defense, certainly. Definitely going through a lot of different Suji and a lot of different, you know, sort of like safe tiles and stuff in their heads right now, because you have only so much information at the moment. RPS will find Tenpai, but there's none left to draw for them, so they'll switch up their weight to find a 2-6, and there will be one left on the wall.
Ah, there it is, the Amon. The 5-pin was safe, but I think they were trying to draw back into Tempai. It's okay, it's only a 1,000 point hand. 300 extra on top from the repeat. Cool Cat Stone first. And now we move on to East 2, Lassie's dealership. Dora is the 9-pin. 1 in Cool Cat's hand. And the dealer does have a nice 6, 7, 8 here, missing a pair, but other than that, not that bad.
Yeah, RPS's hand starting out with 4 pairs. Honestly, not a bad way to start out. And Cool Cat's hand starting relatively similar. So lots of pairs going around the table and stuff like that. We might see some open hands coming out from some palms and everything here.
Yep. Are we going to see a 7 pairs across the table? Collecting quite a few of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, not one away from 7 pairs Dora and all simples. That's another Dora. What's the choice gonna be here? I just tosses it out. Don't want to deal with that.
Ooh, finding the Ricci is Lasty. It's gonna be a dealer Ricci on the 8 of characters.
Yeah, those were quite some lucky draws, needing the edge weight turbo move. And also drawing the pair. So it's a wait on the 8 mon. There's 3 left. 2, because there's 1 in Wusha's hand. This hand is not worth a lot, but you can always just get Sumo worth 2. Mangan.
RPS started folding with the 2 of circles there. Looks like they'll continue. Definitely have the space in the next, you know, rest of the game to make up any points that they might lose out on from folding here. So really not too painful of an experience here, especially because Lasty here finding the Sumo, but it won't break Mangan.
Oh, but there it is. Reach it Sumo in 1 word though. It's still quite a bit of points. 6,000, so that's 2,000 all. Let's put them in first. And there it is. We see the emote.
It's the emote game.
It's the
It's bringing
emote
them
game. So now we are in Ace 2, Repeat 1. The door is the 4 of circles. I think. Oh my goodness, Wusha's hand has so many Dora and a pair of E's. This hand might be the one to watch out for.
Yeah, it's definitely really scary. And you know what we've seen sort of so far is that a lot of the value has been coming from Ricci so far. You know, kind of like getting the Tempai quickly and then calling Ricci and finding Ipatu and everything, but not going to be able to do that for this hand because Wuxia is going to call this east. So we might just see a lot of value with an open hand from calls alone.
So this is Dora 4 East. There's a potential for mixed triple sequence, which would make it Hanuman. Or the
white.
Or double Yakuza, yeah. And the hand is just one away now. Ooh, there it is, a Ricci as well. Waiting on the 3-man only. There's only one left. But it does mean Lassie is gonna have a hard time completing their hand. Another nice draw here for Wuxia. 5, so another pair in the hand. Could be used for later. The 4 bamboo is safe, so that's at least a way to continue this hand.
Yeah, it's interesting because you know, Wuxia definitely folding in a lot of ways, but also kind of finding their way around. You know, staying in that one away from Tenpai range.
Yeah, it is a nice hand. We would like to be able to win it. It is just a little bit tricky. And I think if Wuxia does find the Tenpai, they will push because it's just so much value. I don't know if you have another choice.
That said, we have seen...
go ahead.
We have seen a lot of luck coming out from Cool Cat. I would not be surprised if they only need the one in the wall. You know?
That's true. I was gonna say Lassie is still edging her right close to Tenpai. Currently 1 away. So could theoretically still get this. We should just 1 away. Just needs to find one more tile. I believe RPS is folding as well. Not even discarding the West. Very, very disciplined.
Wow, dropping the 5. Alright. Looking good. This is like close quarters combat in a lot of ways. Everybody's kind of like juking around each other, trying to feel each other out.
Oh, this is gonna be cheated. This is Tenpai now. 3-6
Yeah,
mon.
this is a 3-6. And double run is on, by the way.
Oh, I believe this is...
So...
No, not quite 1 away for RPS. Ooh, Tenpai. Sanshoku Tenpai, but it's 4-10. Just taking the 2,
go
so
for the other
2
one.
mon.
Ooh,
there
finds
it
it.
is. It's not the Hanuman side. There was an actual Sanshoku chance, but still, we definitely take 8,000 points. And I believe there's a 1 repeat. Yep. So that will put Wuxia in first.
Not bad.
Because of the dealer extra payment. And this is a very nice hand to wake up to. Dora is 6, so in dealer's hand with some very nice shapes in 1 pair. And the 3 so even extends the bamboo shape. Very nice.
Yeah, this is a great hand for Wuxia. Lots of good shapes and maybe even a little bit of a Peiko action here.
Yeah, RPS's hand's not bad either. Got 2 Dora, 2 connecting 7-sos. Just drew a 6 mon, so this hand could just be keeping the south in green in case, you know, if you draw you can still pawn it, but this hand could just be a very nice Ricci. Across the way we do have Cool Cat with a chance of mixed triple sequence. 6, 7, 8. Well, just 2 away, but a pretty nice 2 away. So what's the play here? Yeah, I think this is just a quick hand from Lassie. Looking at 2 Dora, 1 Yakuza.
Yeah, I think it makes total sense. Cool Cat has a good chance at a good hand here too. So we'll have to see what ends up coming out.
Oh, there it is. Wuxia finds the Tenpai. Will they Ricci? So This would be Riichi Pinfu. Pure double sequence Dora for Mangan guaranteed. Ipatsumo is Hanuman. Oh, and immediately Lassie draws a Dylan tile. It folds. So it's 3 tiles left. Not too bad. Things considered. Oh, there it is!
Ooh.
Cool Cat deals an end to Wusha. That's gonna be 12,000 points or more. Not quite. We only hit
That's
one round.
back-to-back Mongons for Wuxia.
Yeah, Wusha's having a good game so far. Oh, Dora red. So there's one in each one in each player's hand. And yeah, there's one on Wusha's hand and one on Kuka's hand, is what I meant to say. So we'll see if one of these players can draw the red dragon pair. How do you feel about Dora dragon rounds, Tenhote?
They are, I think, a little bit more straightforward to play if you're in like Wuxia's position. So like you can keep it for value and stuff like that, but if you're in first and you're maybe like a more defensive player and stuff like that, you can drop it in the first row and say like, all right, you know, like I can visibly see what the gamble is if I put down the red dragon in this case, and if someone doesn't pawn it, it's like, all right, we're relatively safe. Nobody has, you know, like the pawn right off the bat. It's not an automatic Mongon. I can push a little bit more, that sort of thing. But if someone pawns it, it's like, well, I'm in first. I know that I'm just gonna fold the rest of the hand here because I don't want to deal into like an automatic Mongon. So you know, like for me, like that's kind of how I tend to approach it from like a Wuxia position and stuff like that. If I'm Cool Cat, I'm doing exactly what they're doing. I'm holding it onto it for dear life, you know, hoping for at least a pair of the Dora and stuff like that. Because a Dora pair can really exponentially increase your hand value and stuff like that. So, yeah.
Could not have said it better myself, but Wusha's getting close to that Riichi Tenpai. Still holding onto the red dragon just to not let anyone pawn it, I believe, but of course hoping to draw it, as you said. But I believe if they get Tenpai here, they might not Riichi on the first discard, so that's something you can do, right? You don't Riichi on the first discard, because someone could pawn the red and then you'd be in big trouble, but you can just Tama. You can just go for the Shadow Tenpai.
Yeah.
That is Tenpai for RPS, 4/7 month. With one Dora. There's another Tenpai for Wuxia this time. Do they want to discard the red?
Yeah, they can't see any others. And they are in first.
Oh, they do it!
But they're gonna do it.
2-sided weight, 4/7. There's 3 left. Cool Cat is also Tenpai, but on an impossible to win weight. Of course, Cool Cat doesn't know that, but... So it's 3 versus 3 for Wuxia and RPS. Oh! And RPS gonna deal into Wuxia. Riichi Pinfu. It's gonna be 2,000, I believe. 29, yeah. Thinking of dealer Riichi Nomi. It's 2,000. Alright, here we go. Wuxia's second repeat hand. So the Dora is a 2 of bamboo. A lot of Pinzu here. Could also be a 7-price kind of hand.
Wow. Wuxia on a roll, but Lassie's hand starting off strong, I would say. Lots of pawn potential and definitely flowing with value.
And also a concealed triplet of 5-mon and a pair of Norths. That's going to be very nice hand potentially. Yeah, could be a Hanuman. A North, all triplets, Dora 3 or Dora 4. This pair does help the dealer a little bit. Could just get another repeat, possibly. There we go. The North is pawned by Lassie. And Wuxia does not take the White Dragons, maybe hoping for the 7 pairs. RPS also has so much value. All Potential all triplets, all simples, Dora 2. Great.
Boom.
There it is, the first. Yeah, the first pawn. Could end up seeing a manga from RPS as well, and Kuka did pawn the Red Dragon as well. So they're currently 2 away now.
C.
There's Chi for Tenpai for RPS. And again, a hand that cannot win. Leading the 4-pin or the 2, so I don't know if anyone will be dropping the Dora.
Yeah, highly doubt it. But kudo with him. Gonna be interested to see if this 7 pairs ever finishes up for Wuxia. We have not seen the 7 pairs yet, even though a lot of people have been going for it.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Ah, but the 4 of circles deals in, and there's no 4-pin left. This one could still be half-fledged though, somehow.
Last he finds time out here on the 7.
Oh, there it is. That was a different Richi, I think, right? No, that was still the same. That could have been a Honitsu shift though. Decided against it.
Oh, the West is super droppable, yeah.
Oh, there it is.
That's gonna be run by Cool Cat.
Quite a decent hand.
Yeah.
3,900. With the 2 repeats, that's 45. Does help Cool Cat climb out of the hole a little bit.
Yeah, and now everybody is out of dealer Mongon range and everything like that because busting is on for this tournament. So we're out of that zone at the moment. Could always go back. You know, there's always potential.
I mean, Wuxia does have Dora 3. So does Lassie does have Dora 2. So we could see an explosive round here. The Dora is the north, so Wuxia would be able to pawn it if for some reason Lassie were to drop it, which I don't think is happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see how Wuxia tries to win this hand to confirm that Dora 3.
Yeah. Well, this could be another 7 pairs for RPS here. 1 away.
For Lassie as well, not looking... Oh, there it is! That is 7 pairs Tanya Dora for 9,600 right now. Does not need to reach you. This is just a deadly trap right now.
The thing is too that 8 could flow out of Wuxia's hand eventually.
See, in these situations, I always wonder, is it better to wait on the 8 of bamboo or the 8 of characters? Sometimes I think that maybe it's easier to win on the 8 of characters in a situation like this, because if I have the 6/6 man, maybe it's harder for someone else to use the 8. What do you think?
I think you're correct in that.
Oh, there it is. Sorry to cut you off.
I also
but...
think sometimes things happen that way, you know? That could be, what, 9,600?
9,600. Chitoi Tanya Dora. So that would be,
I think the bamboo weight was valid there because a lot of bamboo was in other people's discards. Not necessarily Wuxia's at that point, but you know, like for 7 pairs, you want to wait on something similar to like a once discarded honor tile or something, like things that people don't want. You know,
or Suji Terminal.
So yeah, like bamboo was a little bit less valuable there, so waiting on bamboo I think was valid.
Makes sense, yeah. Well, it's RPS's second dealer here in Ace 4. Dora is the 4-man. I believe no one has it so far. Lassie, though, does have 1 red 5. All the other Dora are missing. Nice draw here for RPS.
Yeah, kind of an awkward start to the hand for most of the competitors here. Wuxia definitely has the best shapes currently, but still, as you were saying, not anything in terms of value. No Dora to be seen really. So even if you hit Tenpai here, how much are you valuing that, Richie and stuff?
So it looks like Wuxia is pretty close to Tenpai, just one away, needs 6 9-cell and 2 5-cell. A White Dragon Uncle here, Concealed Triplet. So what is RPS going to choose here? The 7-9? Okay. There it is, that's Tenpai. Yeah, just gonna take the Tenpai. It's only 1500, 1800. But a little bit more actually. We do have the Fu is gonna round up here. So 2300 point hand. Not too bad.
And finally, we get to see a Dora under somebody's hand here with Moasti. So good to see the choice on what they drop here. Go with the 8.
Yeah. That 2 circles pair is not necessary right now, but it does allow the Tenpai. There it is. If you draw the 3 or the 6 man. So that's gonna be Richie on a 2-sided way, 3-6 of bamboo with 2 Dora. That's gonna be a very nice hand. And another Richie chase from Wuxia on 2-5-8 of bamboo. It's gonna be Richie Pingfu Tanya, not Pingfu, Richie Tanya Dora. So 2 very nice Richies here. And our passage is gonna fold. White
Yeah,
Dragon.
this is something that we saw from a lot of the stats and things like that. Wuxia more defensive, but whenever they have a good triple-sided weight or something like this, they're going for it. They're calling Richie. They're trying to win based on statistical advantage. So.
Oh, so Wuxia is the one that usually chases.
Yeah, if they have a good enough reason to do it, they'll go for it.
This is 1 away here for RPS. Want to drop the green? Okay. Figures a little bit too dangerous. No real reason to do that.
Yeah, looking at the discard piles of everybody in Richie, Bamboo is dangerous, and that's going to be it. Finding the sumo there is Wuxia. Again, it's not Pinfu, but it is all simples with a red 5 for 7900.
Yep, so that's going to be huge. Picking up last year's Richie stick and the repeat counter, so quite a lot of points going there on the way to Wuxia. Now we're in South 1. Cool Cat Stealer, once again. The Dora is the 8-1. Sin is not looking too bad. Pair, 2 sequences. 3 sequences now.
It's not too bad at all. Cool Cat currently in this game is in 4th, but they were first in the very first game. So in terms of points and stuff like that, even if they manage to hit like 3rd or 2nd or something in this game, making that kind of comeback sets them up really well for game 3. So any points here is going to be a victory for them.
Yeah, so they're getting close to that Richie. Could be Reach Pingfu Dora. You never know when you're gonna hit that Ipatsumo on the Pingfu.
Yeah, and this could very easily be Richie Pinfu for Cool Cat, especially because they are quite a bit of a Richie caller. In terms of the rest of the table, we had to kind of see where everything goes.
Ooh, there's a Tanya upgrade here. So 5-8 pin now does give Richie Pingfu Tanya.
And what's nice for Cool Cat too is that that 6-7 could end up waiting on the Dora for the 8.
No Tenpai just yet though. Lastly, it looks like they're they're kind of cutting their hand to just have more save tiles, but the 2-pin is very helpful for them. You're gonna keep it. Ooh, RPS hands gets a little bit of an upgrade, but still no Tenpai. Missing a pair. So ideally, RPS would draw the 8th one.
Yeah, everybody's moving towards some level of like Tenpai here. Everybody's like at least like 2 away now, towards the end of the second row here. But nobody really finding Tenpai yet. So you're starting to question, you know, are people waiting in Dama 10? You know, what exactly is going on here, especially somebody like in Wusha's position being in first by so much. You can definitely picture them being in, you know, Dama 10 here, that Shadow Tenpai.
Yeah, Lassie is also in a way. But yeah, and the 8-mon Dora, they're really afraid of dealing in, but will not deal in. Oh, and we should have dropped in Norbs to go for all samples with Dora 3, so there we go, we got a very nice hand.
Wow, finds the Tenpai. That's, you know, good for them, waiting on the 3 of bamboo there.
The 3 of bamboo, did you say?
Interesting. Yeah. Definitely a large hand for them. Ricci available for Cool Cat. Late
Oh,
Ricci,
and they send it. They send the Ricci on the
very
6th
much send
one.
it. And so does Lasty.
Oh.
Not gonna go down without a fight.
There's only a 6th one and this 3-mon that can deal in. There's one 6-man on the wall.
Well, Lucia, I believe in you. Yes. All right. Good fold. Good fold.
Good fold. Oh, and the
Oh, both of
three
those
sold
threes.
right out of there.
That's so painful. But you know, I mean, you know,
What can you do? What can you
they
do?
gotta know. They'll watch it back and they'll be like, "Oh yeah, okay, all right, we're good." You know,
I was
Like, they
vindicated.
played
I
that
was
correctly,
vindicated in
for
my
sure.
decision.
Oh man, yeah, that's something like until you check the log, you're you're in pain, for sure.
Well, Cool Cat's gonna get another go. The dealer. First repeat. Self 1, 2 Ricci sticks extra. Dora is the 8 of circles. It's currently 1 in Lassie's hand, and looks like we have 2 red 5s, 1 in Wusha's hand and 1 in RPS's hand. The dealer's hand's not looking too bad. Currently 2 away. Really needs that 5-pin. That would make it sound so much better.
Yeah, Cool Cat definitely the closest to Tenpai at the moment. Wusha trying to call and improve their shapes a little bit, just to, you know, get some of that speed back, because they started out with a lot of garbage in terms of honors and terminals and stuff like that in their hand.
Ooh, Lassie picks up another pair. And it's pair the Dora. So, just 1 away now. Potential for Dora 3. And this is a very nice draw for RPS as well. So, 2 sequences, 1 triplet, and a pair. So, just a very nice 1 away for RPS.
Will this be a chi for Wusha? No. Gonna decide against it. Keeping some structure in their hand, I guess. Lasty with the emotes, trying to get more flow for themselves. Good strategy.
The thing is, you might want to block the attempt of flow gathering by not responding with an emote. But that's exactly what Lassie's trying to do. He's trying to steal away your flow, so it's by making you not want to emote. That's his whole plan.
This is what you can come to expect from from high-level players in tournaments. All right, RPS is changing up the weight a little bit here. They were in Tenpai, but now they're taking a little bit of a different tack here.
Yeah, I think there was an attempt to maybe use the Dora somehow, but just taking the better 1 away now. We'll see if RPS manages to get that Tenpai. That is technically them? No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He went on the 8, but yeah. Sides against it.
Cool Cat is one away now. I think Cool Cat was not one away in a second ago. And lastly, does have pretty nice one away now. 2 side away.
Yeah. And lastly is now one away, I believe, getting rid of the pair of the 8th. Just like one too many pairs in their hands, stuff like that, and making it a little bit harder to find tenpai here.
Katarina circles. Slight pause, but no pawn. So Wish is gonna be happy about that, but there is a Dora 2 lurking somewhere. And there it is. Wusha does find the tenpai now. 4-7 mon, 2 left.
Well, there's one of them. Yep.
Yep. So there it is. Green Dragon Dora 2000 with 2 extra reach E6 and 600 extra, 300 extra. Quite a nice hand, honestly. And Wusha was already in first place, so shutting down Cool Cat's attempts to come back. We go into last dealership.
Sorry, I got distracted. I was reading chat. But shout out chat. Anyway, on the right here, Wuxia has 3 pairs and stuff like that. Might be a little bit longer to get into tenpai here, without calls and everything like that, as compared to Cool Cat, who has 4 pairs and everything in their hand. Lots and lots of pairs on this hand, looking around the table. So it's either going to be call heavy or it's going to be you know, waiting for triplet.
Yeah, we'll see if anyone can use the Dora, the 2 bamboo. Wusha would have a use for it. I don't think. And so RPS. The Cool Cat also hanging out with the 3 bamboo, just hoping to draw the Dora. There it is. Dora drawn for the dealer. This could end up turning into a 7 pairs hand. I mean, I'm always here for the 7 pair. You know me. It's my favorite hand. Ooh, a nice draw
one
here.
Pair in my hand, and I'm like, 7 pairs. But yeah, with that, I think you take the triplet and you have good enough shapes in your hand to be able to find other stuff, especially like the floating 6 of characters there that can connect pretty easily, you know, because it's something along the lines of if you have like a edge weight, so like 1-2 waiting on a 3, that's like a 49% chance of connecting, as compared to like a floating single tile. For that to become like a 4-5-6 is something like a 51% of chance. People can correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I was taught a long time ago. So you know, even keeping floating tiles is not a bad move by any means.
Yeah, we do have one away here for lasty, but those 3s of bamboo are... I think there's only one left to be drawn. We did have a pawn by Wuxia, just going for that tiny Eldora 2. RPS did find tenpai, waiting on 2-5 so. So it's gonna be Richie Pinfu, potentially Dora with the 2 so draw. There's one left. Oh, but
Cool
Cat just deals in. Richie Pinfu. So that's gonna be 2,000. So not that bad. I mean, no Radora makes it a lot cheaper, right? If you, there's always a chance of the Reach Pinfu becoming something crazy.
Yeah, and it was the cheaper side on that as well, not finding the Dora there. 3 of it being in other people's hands. So, you know, not the worst outcome for Cool Cat. Definitely some wiggle room for Cool Cat to, you know, make a little bit of a comeback here. Because again, they made first place in that first game. So, you know, 4th place would even them out here, which would not be the best situation. But a 3rd or a 2nd place, you know, would be, you know, like a back-to-back Mongon for them in this case, you know, which is definitely doable, you know. I can get a Mongun, so I can get a Mongun twice in a row. You know what I mean? Like the mentality's there.
Definitely, definitely. Wuxia is currently the biggest lead, and it would put Wuxia right into first, as Wuxia got a third last game. So see if Wuxia manages to just win this hand, or even not even need to win this hand necessarily. The Dora, by the way, is the east, so it's gonna be a little bit hard to use. But lastly does have one of them, so would end up seeing that come into play, maybe.
Yeah, it's a little bit weird. Lasty's hand could end up being like a 7, 8, and 9 mixed triple sequence and stuff like that. You know, it's not too far off. But also, do you believe in that and also believe in grabbing the Dora as a pair? You know, that's definitely going to be a lot harder, especially with Wuxia finding Tenpa here on the 5-8. Definitely has the ability to just steal it out from under you at any time.
Yep, it's a very quick 5-8-08. There's not a lot of them left, but I could see it come out of RPS's hand, for sure. That does help Lasty. It's gonna drop to 7 man. That's a very interesting decision there. Maybe not liking something about that weight.
Yeah. Could just be making space for like another 9 of bamboo. You know, if they're looking at Ipeco. I don't know. It's hard to tell thought processes every discard. But,
Yeah.
you know, that's one explanation out of all of them.
God, this hand is so awkward for Lasty. Because now there's a triplet of 2-man. So you have no clear pair, but you have some really nice shapes. Wow, and drops out of Tempai. Which is just gonna drop out of Tempai.
You know, that's not the worst idea. Especially being in first place and everything. It's like, you know, I don't see
Honestly,
any of the other Dora anywhere, so
completely reasonable.
Don't want to randomly die off of it. And now RPS is in the hunt for one of those final Dora, waiting on just the one for, you know, making a pair here. So a little bit of a demonic wait, but you know, respectable.
Unfortunate, wish I did fold out a win against the Ghost, as Tips was saying, but you know, it all ends well because Wish is in first, so no real need.
Yeah.
Yep, so there's just one East left. We'll see if RPS can draw it. I don't think anyone's dropping it.
Yeah.
That is one away for Cool Cat. Con? No con. Okay, no con. Understandable.
I mean, yeah. I think it's the right move, but, you know, we know how
That would have
chat
given
is.
RPS high pay.
Con?
No, you can't con anymore.
Darn, alright.
脳天すまない私の不注意でした
Just RPS waiting on that East. And this is it. South 4 of Game 2, final round. RPS is dealer. So RPS is the one who can run it up, get first place back. And this hand is not looking too bad to do it with. White Dragon, can't pawn it. And also 2 Dora and possible pure straight. So White Dragon Dora 2 pure straight would be 12,000. So could put RPS straight into first, ending the game. Wuxia does have a very nice hand though. Just one away right now. Could end up on that silent Shadow Tempai, waiting on the two of them.
Yeah, to finish this full straight, we're gonna need either like both a 6 and an 8. 2 of the 8s are out, and 1 of the 6s are out in other people's hands right now. So, not impossible, but definitely going to be kind of difficult to find in general. So it depends on what kind of player you are, but sometimes you just call Reach and go for the other repeat here, right?
Yeah, I think you just take any hand you can get here, but be nice to get the pure straight. Oh, this is interesting. You don't even have to pawn the whites. There it is, Tenpai, waiting on 2 of bamboo from Yusha. Just a silent Tenpai. Only 1 left. Oh, there it is.
Ooh,
so
yeah, it's in last
cookie-led.
again. It doesn't quite fit.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
And Wusha gonna find the last 2, so from Lassie, gonna take first place, 1300 to end it all.
Very nice.
So that's gonna be game 2. Wusha coming into first place with 49,600 RPS, 24,800 second. Lassie 17,500 in third, and Cool Cat, who was in first the last game, is now in last, so minus 31.9. So in total, I believe Cool Cat will end up in... Well, I guess we'll see it in just a second when we look at the scores. So that was an exciting match. We saw some pretty crazy hands.
Yeah, there was some good stuff. Definitely nice to see like the first 7 pairs finally come to fruition and stuff like that, because people have been going for it and so much.
Honestly.
And you know, it's a fan favorite.
Yeah, I think that 9600 was like the key for Wusha, right? Because I believe it was Wusha who won. Anyways, here are the standings right now. So Wusha is currently in first after taking that massive first, plus 30.2 in total, and RPS at plus 11.6 is gonna be in second. I was already in second and took another second. Currently in second. It's awesome. Cool Cat was in first before, took a last. Currently at minus 7.4. You know, nothing you can recover from. Lassie with, I believe, a fourth and a third, so gonna be a minus 34.4. Gonna need a very big game to come back, but you know, you can always just go for second or third if you can't, if you don't think you can make it into the first.
Yeah.
And
still anybody's game.
Yep, and I believe in a little bit we'll be going into the something you guys have been waiting for this entire time. That's right, we have the gift code for you guys. So in order to get this gift code, special prize just for you from Yostar, from us. Log into the Mahjong Soul browser client. Again, remember, only on the browser client. And you go to your settings, go to others. On the top right corner, you see it. Then there's a tab that says other, and you can enter in the gift code. So that's going to be R2CHRY6MAFAU. And the expiry time is 1 day from now, so just get it done tonight and you have yourself some nice rewards. Again, that's R2CHRY6MAFAU. That's gonna be in the YouTube chat as well, if you guys wanna copy it from there. Yep, only on the browser, guys. And don't forget to hit that like button if you guys are enjoying the stream. Help appreciate our work. The tournaments that Yostar puts out. Leave us a like if you're enjoying the stream. And the gift code. And we'll have some more stuff coming up soon. Isn't that right, Hote?
Yes, we do. Right here we have our second lucky draw of the stream. So right now we're going to ask you a question and you can leave your comment in the chat. and we will draw one winner, and that person will get a fortune charm. And so we have, the question is, which player do you think will win? Do you think it's going to be Cool Cat, Lasty, Wuxia, or RPS? Send out your answers now.
Okay. So Wuxia is currently in first with 30.2. RPS in second with 11.6. So really close. I mean, Cool Cat also has, just like any other. So this last one is, I mean, we've seen some pretty big games in the past, right? We have seen like 90,000 plus games.
We really have. And the thing is, too, is that with these rules, they're a little bit different than our normal tournament rules because they're the ranked ladder rules. So double and multiple Yakuman are enabled. Multi-Ron is enabled. All that sort of stuff. So you could really see a big swing there. And Wuxia, if they happen to bust out, if they happen to go negative and stuff like that, they could really, really affect their score and stuff like that going into the third game. So nothing is necessarily guaranteed going into this third game. So it's still anybody's game for sure. And then, again, as I said earlier, I do think Wuxia is my personal champion for this. I said that going into game 2. I'm going to keep that bet going into game 3.
And we do have a winner. It looks like Wuxia is indeed favored, as someone has won. Elise Foley with Wuxia. Congratulations, Elise Foley. Make sure to contact Yostar by email with mjs.cs@yo-star.com. Again, that's mjs.cs@yo-star.com. And you need to send your, I believe, friend code and your YouTube profile page to that email. And then we'll be able to get your prize.
Very nice.
So, yeah, that's how the scores look again. Going into game 3, we'll be getting the match started soon for you guys. But Tenhote, I believe this is when we have to say goodbye, unfortunately.
Yes, it is. But, it was a very good first 2 games. And the third game is promising to be quite the showdown here. And of course, for the audience at home, remember there is still one more lucky draw to go after the third game and everything. So stick around for that too. But for now, I will hand it back over to Irie and Tips. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much, Tenhote!
Thanks, Tenote, for all your insightful analysis, stat mining, and calm demeanor. They say you can prove it's an AI talking if they always use the rule of 3. So maybe I should have just cut it off at 2 compliments there, so nobody thinks I'm an AI. Guys, can an AI do this? I have 3 Sanzo on my picture as well, so I'm not really beating the allegation.
Sanzo is the best style. Even the AIs recognize it.
Yeah, true. Though our players are getting ready for the third game, but in the meantime, we have to get ready. Yeah, I'm doing pretty well. In the meantime, we have to get ready to see the third game. Are you ready to commentate the third and final game of the night, Irie?
Am I ready? Are you guys ready? Because I sure am, and I'm excited for the grand finals, the final game of the JongTama Open Championship. The first time ever where 3,000 players are competing, and we'll see right now who's gonna be the first place.
Yeah, this is essentially the widest tournament. It's a straight up open. Anyone could show up. We have masters, we've got even an expert. Cool Cat was even in first place at the end of the first game. Took a little stumble in game number 2, but still anybody's game, as you and Tenhote both mentioned. So these players have already come so far just to make it to the finals, out of I'm not sure what the exact final number was, but there were up to 3,000 players in the first preliminary rounds. Those first rounds are a real slog, a real battle. So the battle royale. I don't know. I don't know what the best metaphor is. It's an all-out war there, and the determining battle. This is where it all comes down. We have Wuxia as our first dealer, Lasty in the south seat, RPS in the west seat, and Cool Cat in the north seat. I believe I need to fix that overlay. Whoop! There we go. Scores are updated now. Wuxia first place and ahead overall, as well as being first dealer, and that's a nice hand here. Not as much value as Lasty, but Lasty needs more speed, but I'm sure Lasty likes the value. Just needs to find a way to cash in on it.
Yeah, the Red Dragon Dora pair in Lasty's hand definitely can lead to a very explosive hand. Wuxia's hand, not too bad either, just a 2-away dealer hand. See who can get there first.
Ooh, that's the one! That's the Red Dragon
Doesn't
Dora
even need
for
to
Lasty.
pawn it. Wow, Red Dragon Dora 4 currently.
Yeah, a closed hand like this could lend itself to a Baimon, which would be a good start for Lasty, who's currently at minus 34.4 overall. Still,
Yeah, I mean, Lasty only needs to pull the red 5-so, and then the 4-mon, and then he
right.
Katsumo.
Hey, there's
It's that easy.
one away.
One away.
From Tenpai. For a huge opening gambit as a comeback for Lasty. RPS is not going to let that happen so easily though. RPS is also one away. On the left side, it looks like Cool Cat is one away as well. And Wuxia here are the big tiles, the easiest ones to read. In the dealer slot is one away from Tenpai. Not a huge hand. In fact, it's Riichi only currently. No Dora, no Yaku, but if it stops Lasty, I think Wuxia will take it.
For Lasty.
This is a huge draw. But which side do you go for the red 5? Doesn't go for the red 5. Also doesn't go for Riichi.
Well, this 7 of them immediately drawn by RPS. It's scary.
Yeah, very scary. It might end up coming out. Okay, goes for Riichi now. Actually does the Sumogiri, the draw and discard Riichi.
Wow.
So if the other players are watching, they'll notice. One of these tiles deals in, one of these ways to Tenpai deals in, the other way doesn't.
Oh my god, this is so tricky.
Yeah, because the Suji trap makes you want to throw the 7, but it's actually the 3 that's the safe tile here. There it goes!
Oh, there it is! Riichi Patsu Red Dora 4! Do we see another Dora? Or 2, that's a Baimon!
Yep, that's what I was saying.
Oh my goodness.
When Lasty drew that third red Dora, it opened the door to a Baimon opportunity, and Lasty opened that door for themselves and walked right on through. Huge opening hand for Lasty. 41,000 points, 16,000 points from RPS, leaving them at 9,000. It's going to be a tough one for RPS to come back from.
I was telling you, even though Lasty is in last, it's not over yet. And now Lasty just won a Baimon, and now is in dealer seat. That decent hand.
That's right. This is only 2 tiles from Tenpai and very good shapes. A lot of tile acceptance in the hand. RPS looking to come back from that deal in, does not have the hand to do it here, but perhaps 7 pairs if RPS can pair the Dora. And that's another pair, okay. Okay, RPS have 4 pairs right now. And a Dora, not a pair of Dora, but a Dora. And Dora are easy to use in 7 pairs hands. Cool Cat is a little bit scuffed across the table, really not many good options. Has already given up the chance to go for 13 orphans. So that's not on the table.
Lasty draws the Dora, and it's now Tenpai waiting on the 3 of Bamboo. The best possible way he could have. And Wuxia did pawn a 7 of circles, so now 1 away from all simples.
Yeah, RPS is going to let this one go, but we have to remember busting is on. This could actually be a quick final hand, but Lasty might not actually want that because Lasty needs more points being in last place. So Lasty might actually not want to bust out RPS here if it goes that way. RPS currently holding 2 of Lasty's winning tiles, Wuxiao holding 1, and one of them still in the wall. Another Dora! Will this convince RPS to turn back around and attack 7 pairs?
Ooh. Whenever you watch these finals, I'm biting my nails
Yeah,
the whole way through.
that sounds like a very Gintama appropriate thing to do. Gintama characters are always
By the way,
biting their nails or picking their nose.
I
or doing something.
I love the decorations. Did you guys see the decorations in the promotional video at the start? The decorations are so cool, and that Ron effect is so awesome.
Yeah. If you missed it, it is available on the channel. Don't go now because we are in a very tense position. But make sure to subscribe to the Mahjong Soul official channel. You can see that collab preview as well as the whole animated episode that they released. That was a huge surprise. I love that episode. It really felt like Gintama. Not just like a collab episode, it really felt like an episode of Gintama. Brought me back.
That's awesome.
Hadn't seen a new episode of Gintama in many years. But it looks like RPS is not going to get their wish here. No more chances for Lasty
That
either.
is standby for Wuxia.
Yeah.
Just barely.
Yeah, and the 8 so is not actually a safe tile, so slight risk. It was Suji, but Lasty has already caught somebody on a Suji trap for 16,000, so not the safest move to hold Tempai there, but Wuxia decided it was worth the risk, and it pays off. Wuxia gets a couple thousand points.
One away for Lasty.
7 pairs already.
7 pairs, yeah. This is a pretty good weight. Green 9 pin and 2 pin. So usually when you're building a normal hand, right?
Right.
Not always, but usually you want to keep the tiles closer to the center, right? 3 into the 7s. But when you're going for 7 pairs, it's actually the opposite because, you know, if you get Tempai for 7 pairs, you want to usually be waiting on the outside because then people might discard it more. And especially something like the once cut green dragon would be a deadly weight.
Right, now it's twice cut. A lot of people will argue that twice cut, your chances are just too low, even though it's pretty likely to come out if people have C2 on the table. It's just the chance of it showing up is so much lower because there really is only one left. And there are always 14 tiles in the dead wall. The dead wall being the tiles that never get seen in the game. They're used for Dora and Uradora indicators.
And the con replacement tiles.
That's right. But the point being, you never get to draw those tiles, and if your last tile that you're waiting for, like in RPS's case, is in the dead wall, you'll never get it. RPS doesn't reach you and has no Yaku, so RPS cannot win here. Cool Cat going to follow that up with a Ricci of their own. Cool Cat does have Yaku. They've got Pinfu. They've got potential twin sequence. RPS wins here?
Tumo only.
But well, it does
Dora.
have one Dora. Yeah. RPS really contemplating whether it was worth taking or if they should try to Ricci to score more points because this is the last game. But if you play a greedy move like that, first of all, you're Furiten, which means you can't run other players. And second of all, Cool Cat is already in Ricci. If you end up losing to them, it'll feel even worse that you passed your own win. So after some careful thought, RPS takes the small win and moves forward.
It's always funny when that happens in real life because you draw your tile and you look at it and you think, what do I want to do with this? Do I want to Ricci, Furiten, or what?
Yeah.
And then you just say Sumo, and then everyone just looks at you like, what?
Why did you take so long to do Sumo? Like, Honestly, the first thing I think is, dang, I could have had Ipats. I missed my Ipatsu. That's what I think whenever I draw the tile.
That's when you go Richie and then Ipatsu again.
Yeah. As a reminder, there are prizes all the way down the line, all the way first to fourth. Although I would say the first package does look a lot more glamorous with that physical trophy and the keycap merchandise.
The physical trophy.
Yeah. I've seen the
Honestly,
keycaps as well.
Yeah, I've been looking at those keycaps for myself. I might just get them. They're so cool. If you guys haven't checked out, Yostar does have a official merch store that you can look at. And they do have some pretty cool Mahjong Soul stuff as well as their other IPs.
Instead of arrow keys, you can have wind indicators. Just make sure you know which way to put them on your keyboard.
Yeah, so would you place it like west, south, east, north for the arrow keys, like left, down, right, up, or would you do it like in Mahjong?
Yeah, it's a good question because normally east in Mahjong, east is always down to you when you're playing Mahjong Soul. My first instinct is to place it like a compass, right? But it would mess you up playing Mahjong to place it that way. RPS has a bit of a tough decision here because the Dora is kind of sticking out the Tumon. It's definitely still usable, and RPS does choose to use it. This isn't the most efficient way. It's not the fastest way, Tenpai, but it gives you the most ability to use the Dora. And RPS does need value. Let's see what happens. Yeah, RPS keeping the Dora around. Cutting a little bit of tile acceptance in order to get that extra Dora value. Maybe hoping to pair it up. Pairing it up would be huge for RPS here. If they could get another 2 of characters.
Yeah, so it would go from 1500 to 5800, and then if you pawn the Tumon, then you'd be looking at 12,000, so definitely could pay off.
Oh!
See, and there it is!
What a find for RPS! It all pays off. RPS don't run out of time. Woohoo! RPS has already burned their clock. That's also kind of dangerous. I know I've occasionally missed a play because I burned my clock earlier in a previous hand. Or not a previous hand, but a previous discard. And I didn't realize I had such a little time. And then I discard the tile I draw, and it makes me very sad because it was a Dora. Luckily, RPS manages to get it out in time.
Yeah, RPS got this. RPS got this.
RPS won away here. A chance to change their weight. It is Furiten though. That 5-pin and 8-pin. So yeah, RPS doesn't go that line. Let's not take that way.
Well, a nice one away here for Kukat.
Yeah.
These 360 and 36 Mon.
Yeah, this could be
Pink.
This could be big for Cool Cat as well. There it is.
And there it is. Two-sided weight.
And Wusha has the winning tile. But Wusha can use that to just get Tenpai themselves. Yeah, they take it. Not the widest weight, but a little safer. Wusha doesn't go for the full straight, doesn't go for the pinfu, the high value, because Wusha does not want to discard that 3-mon, the 3 of characters.
I think with Wusha being in first place,
yes,
like overall, you definitely want to avoid, like, you don't really need first. Like, even second is perfectly fine. Oh!
Another Dora!
Dora 3!
Yeah, this is the 11,600 almost Mangan that you mentioned.
Oh! This is an actual Mangan because of the Fu. It's high day too!
Yeah.
Oh wow.
The points just kept coming to RPS there. At first it was just an open open Tanya, open all simples, maybe one Dora, but it was kind of sticking off the edge of the hand. Then RPS drew a second one. And then RPS drew a third one. And then RPS drew the winning tile on the very last tile of the round. Dealer Mangan.
That's definitely gonna be the play of the tournament.
Well, don't say definitely yet. It's not over.
Definitely, yeah.
We still have the South round to go through, assuming nobody runs out of points here.
The chat's going crazy with that one.
Yeah, as a reminder, we still have we still have the ranked rules. This open tournament was made to be as easy for everyone to get into and to play as possible. Just like Gintama, Gintoki's Odd Jobs accepts any and all jobs, accept any and all players as long as they're playing fairly and honorable. And so
this one is very interesting here for RPS.
yeah, in that vein, the rules are the same as you would play in the ranked room, so everyone's accustomed to these rules. They're just the same rules that you play in the ranked rooms. We might see a half flush here for RPS, which would be potential Mangan again. Potential another 12,000 plus a repeat counter 12,300.
Actually, if RPS can pawn the east and the red, that would be Hanuman because there's a 6 on.
That's right.
Oh, there it is. It's a great draw.
Oh, but Cool Cat stops
Cat.
it.
Yep. Shuts it down.
A lot of points prevented, and Cool Cat's gonna need something like that if they want to hold on here. Currently, Cool Cat is in 3rd place, 37 points behind Wuxia at the beginning, and even more points because they are behind Wuxia still currently. And of course, they gotta watch out for Lasty, who's winning, and RPS, who's in 2nd. So, really, it's all the scores have kind of been turned on their head. Other than Cool Cat. Cool Cat's the one looking to make the play here.
Yeah, I mean, this definitely looks like a hand that could make the play. This very interesting looking shape here with the 9s and the 1s. But of course, there's no way it could be, right?
I see what you're looking for. About 4 tiles away from Tenpai. Need to replace the 2 corner tiles. And then the 2 secondary corner, the 2 tiles next inward from the corner. I guess that's the best way to describe it. Just need to replace them with a full straight and Itsu in Cool Cat's hand. Let's see, no call. So Cool Cat is also looking for the big dream here, not just going for half flush, trying to catch it all. All the 7s are gone, unfortunately.
Ooh, this is just a very nice hand, though.
Okay, Richie. Cool Cat's just gonna go quickly. Wuxia actually doesn't deal in, avoids dealing in at least for 1 turn. I think Wuxia might be tempted. If Wuxia gets a full flush or a half flush Tenpai, we might see.
Oh, this is so bad, though.
Yeah, both sides of the
3
deal
and
in.
6 is...
Maybe you can use 1. Being able to use both, nearly impossible. But, I mean, Wuxia might be convinced to just fold. The only thing is Wuxia is dangerously close to last place, and at that point Wuxia will have to be pushing back, I think, in the South round. Still 2 tiles left for Cool Cat to get out of the wall. You were thinking?
I was thinking, like, is it even possible somehow for Wuxia to draw 3 and 6 mon or something?
Yeah, maybe a
'Cause it is
7
also
pairs.
4-10.
There's a
Oh,
pair.
no.
There's another pair if you go
But
with the
3-6
safe
mon is
South.
too-
Oh,
Yeah.
they're both in Wuxia's disc. Yeah, Wuxia will have to draw the 3-mon and the 6-mon and hopefully wait on a different tile if they
They're
want to
both
come
4-10,
back with
yeah.
7 pairs. But it doesn't look like they're thinking about that. They discarded the 2 so and the 3 so pairs were not on their mind. They kept the triplet of South. And now they have the 9 of characters as well. At least the 9 of characters is safe to the Ricci player. But it's just another tile that they would need to get rid of in order to get to Tenpai, and they do. Still holding the deadly 3 and the 6. 2 of them still in the wall. You always add 14 to the remaining tiles for the dead wall. And so 2 tiles out of 25. 2 tiles out of 24 are the winning tiles for Cool Cat here. There's one of them.
10 by for Lasty.
Yeah, this
Chito Itanya.
might deal in, might not. The 4 is actually not safe. It looks a lot safer than the 6-mon. Oh, but it goes with
and
the
the
6-mon!
6-mon deals in.
I guess it's half Suji. That is, the 9 has been discarded, so you can't be waiting for 6-9, but you could still be waiting for 3-6, and that is indeed what Cool Cat's waiting for. Finds a little bonus in the Uradora, which might actually become important later. It didn't matter too much right now. I guess it does get Cool Cat ahead of Wuxia. Currently, that doesn't matter too much, but it might in the future. And in fact, I think that the fact that Wuxia is in last, it matters more to RPS than it does to Cool Cat right now.
Yeah, that would mean RPS is first place overall right now, right?
With a +5 versus a -15, that's a 20-point. Yep, that's correct. RPS currently, if the scores end like this, would take down the whole game because Lasty does need a lot to come out of their -34 position. But it's such a close game. Even 1,000 points absolutely flips all the calculations.
Draws here for RPS. Look at the sound.
Yeah, this is
Potential here for a little bit of everything. You can go for
right.
Cheapo if you're down the east. You can go for triplets.
Yeah,
double.
Calling options. This is a weird tile because the 2-3 and the 3-4-5, so makes a really nice shape. And RPS is just gonna go maximum efficiency, one away, no matter which way it comes, even without the extra Dora value. RPS takes the risk because it is still east round, so that east was very dangerous. But
yeah, I was gonna say that the nice thing about this is that since you do have the 4 mana as your pair, you can always draw a 3 or a 5, and
yes,
that's exactly what happened. So
9 probably not that useful for RPS, but RPS is going to use it as a safe tile, so finds use from it. Wuxia is still holding on to the Dora East though, did not take the chance when RPS discarded it to clear it out, so Wuxia is going to try and get value off of it. Wuxia holding on to 4 pairs right now, 1 triplet and 3 other pairs.
That preemptive discard of the 4-man by RPS does mean it's a backfire, so missing the Richie.
Yeah, it could have, in some situations, might have even been Sananko 3 concealed triplets. Not in that specific situation, but it's a backfire nonetheless, as you mentioned. Lasty finds a nice tile and advances forward. 1 away for Lasty, the hand is not bad. Oh, that is not Tempai, but it is valuable. Yeah, Lasty now looking closer to all insides, a Tanya, Ichihime's favorite. Oh, another pair for RPS. Ooh, doesn't want it. Yeah, I mean, it stings a little that RPS had already discarded the 4 characters, but once you do it, you gotta stick to your guns, stick to your plan, and cuts the 5 bamboos, the 5 cell before it becomes dangerous, just before the Ricci, which RPS is probably happy about because that 5 cell does not really look safe at all. Would be super worried about dealing into Cool Cat. Still doesn't have Tempai though, and is in a bit of trouble. Can fold. Yeah, RPS could fold.
The 7-1 doesn't look too bad.
Yeah, RPS isn't gonna risk it, not yet anyway. With 10 tiles left, I don't know if there's any more room to risk it at this point.
That is true.
Oh, Lasty picks the wrong one. It's not too expensive. Uradora is missed, so no,
just 2K.
No sneaky mangan here.
Ooh, this is an interesting hand here by Cool Cat. Dora is the mind so, but Cool Cat's looking at 2 dragon pairs and also a single green dragon in hand, and also potentially half flush. So this hand could be a mangan, or it could be even more. We'll see.
This this is what you like to see when you're in the last game.
Very interesting.
In 3rd place. Not in this game, but 3rd place in the series, and you need to make a comeback. Nobody's discarded any dragons yet. Lasty is locked in tight on that white dragon, but even a half flush here, and even if Cool Cat doesn't make the dice again, as you mentioned, there's one.
Oh, the mangan would be great.
I'm even looking
the West will be pawned though. No, wow, Lasty does not pawn the West. I thought I thought for sure Lasty would pawn the West to go for a quick win here to deny Coolcat the chance to come back, but
Yeah, maybe it's possible Lasty's already thinking about how many points they need to overcome the deficit in total.
Oh, yeah.
But I think when you see discards like Coolcat with 6-pin, 2-pin, 8-mon, 6-mon,
Yeah.
リーチ
kind of want to think about speed. The other option is that Lasty's using it as save
Wow.
tiles. Yeah, here
Doesn't
it
matter
is.
though. Wuxia's Tenpai, and it's such a devilish weight. The South pair weight
Yeah.
only.
The only saving grace for Coolcat is that Wuxia is a South
Oh, there
player.
it is, Ipatsu!
I was gonna say, you generally think the South tile is a little less safe against the South player because it could be their wind. But in this case, Coolcat's hand was just too good. With those potential 3 dragons, potential half flush, and Coolcat ends up dealing in there.
Yep, and it's a 2 Han only. 26 becomes 32, so pretty nice win here for Wuxia. Does bump him back into winning the series overall, I believe.
Wuxia
Yep,
second
sure looks like
place. That's pretty good.
Yeah, second place is enough for Wuxia.
What a draw from Coolcat here. Coolcat getting the 5-pin in between the 4 and the 6-pin. Locking the door in. Good chance for Coolcat right now. But
Wuxia getting some nice draws too. Can pawn the green dragon, can also pawn the 2 and the 3-pin to go for a Tanya.
exactly. And Lasty and RPS are kind of stuck together. They both have a pair of white dragons keeping each other from winning the hand. Unless RPS runs down the 7 pairs line. Lasty might be able to do that, but it seems a lot
Ooh.
more difficult.
This hand is just so fast from Wuxia though. Already
Yeah.
Tenpai. It's only 1500, but
It's
he
a
will
good
just
stop.
not. Yeah, it's a good stop. There it is. He immediately wins it.
Yeah, and that's the
Alright,
best
6-1.
player for Wuxia to get it off of as well. RPS, the second place overall. The biggest rival to
competitor.
Wuxia's score right now.
Here we go. South 1, repeat 1 for Wuxia. Won't have any dealers after this, so has to make the most of it. This hand could look like... Looks a little bit like a half outside, maybe mixed triple sequence, potentially. We'll see what Wuxia draws, though.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. There are draws, so the 9 tiles, 9 types draw is possible, but Wuxia did not draw 9 tiles, 9 different types at the beginning, so just has to play whatever they have here. Or was only looking at, I believe, 7 different types. No, 8 types, 1 away. Wuxia was 1 away from being able to call the draw.
So if you were Wuxia here, I mean, obviously pawn here, but I guess just hoping for half flush or some sort of east-south
Yeah,
triple?
half flush is reasonable value. I would even pawn the 4-so if it comes. But Wuxia's gonna go in. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go in for the big hand. Wuxia does not want to leave it to chance. Just gonna win as many points as Wuxia can and hope for the best.
Oh, there's another one. 2 away because Wuxia is still missing a 5th and final
Ooh.
meld.
There it
Lasty gets
is, the
Tenpai in
Ricci from
meantime.
Lasty.
Yeah, this is
5-1
Ricci
Naito.
only.
リーチ
A little tough.
Well, they don't know that.
Yes, exactly.
there's
It's a
another
big
Ricci,
block
though.
value. Oh, yo, yo.
Oh, the Ipatsu from Lasty. Going to deal into Coolcat's
リーチ
Mangan value hand. Ricci, Ipatsu, Tanya, Dora for the 8,000.
Yeah, a tough one there for Lasty. Definitely. Coolcat takes the lead in the game. We're in the South round. Lasty does have their last dealer, though. This is where Lasty has made their bread in this finals series on their dealer turn. So they're going to have to do it again. They're going to have to do it again in a big way here. We're looking at
Ooh.
probably like 50,000 points. The easiest way to do it is on your dealer turn. So let's see what Lasty can do.
This is the last chance.
Right. that is the pun of puns.
Yeah, so what are you thinking here with this hand? We could see a Suji trap trio of bamboo if we do find a Ricci somehow.
I'm thinking that I hope the Ipatsu tap still has some Ipatsu left for me because There's been 3 in a row.
Wasn't Lasty's favorite Yaku like all the way back in the player entries Ipatsu?
Oh, I think that might have actually been RPS's.
Oh, was it RPS?
But let me double check.
Okay. Yeah, so Lasty is just currently 1 away, waiting on that trio bamboo.
Yeah, it was RPS's favorite. Lasty's favorite is 7 pairs. We have seen some 7 pairs today.
We have seen some 7 pairs, yeah. RPS's hand not looking bad. Can just win like a Tanya Dora 2 here. Currently 1 away even.
Yeah, although RPS did get the 1-pin side instead of the 4-pin side, so no open calling allowed here for them.
That would have been great.
Although I wonder, RPS...
She the 4-pin.
Right. I think RPS probably wants more points even. I don't know if they would take the open hand, but they do have 2 Dora, so maybe taking the open hand is good enough. This could be huge for Cool Cat.
Might have to take the fold angle.
Right. Exactly. No, RPS is gonna go for it. 3-mon. That's a pretty dangerous tile. But
yep.
Yeah, not too many safe tiles for RPS. Only that 8-mon. And Lasty, of course, last place in the whole tournament, has to go for it. Last dealer, hoping the Dora can be found somewhere. There's actually 2 in the wall. Both of these weights have the same amount.
Waiting on the Dora is like a good place to be because you know you can never deal in with the Dora.
That's right.
Being drawn, so.
You can never throw the Dora. Not that Dora, anyway. Until a con happens and there's new ones.
I mean, there is the red 5-mon.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it because I'm like invoking the Canadian.
True. RPS is 1 away from Tenpai. Let's see if RPS actually goes in here. And joins the battle. Wusha gets Tenpai as well? Doesn't Ricci though. Oh, Wusha's weight is completely dead, like 100%. Like all 4 of the 2 so are on the table. RPS avoids dealing in. A wise move.
Oh, there it is. Definitely. Oh, that one on the 2-1.
Lasty cannot avoid
gonna
dealing in.
Yep. That was the last tile that they found too.
Right.
2600. Going the way of Cool Cat. Lasty.
So Lasty is going to need probably Yakuman at this point, since they don't have any more dealer turns, if they're looking for that first place trophy. RPS here sitting in 3rd place is going to at least need to get past Wuxia, and probably going to need to get all the way into 1st. I'm looking at their current scores.
Well, this hand is not a bad hand to do it with.
Yes.
We can just start off with Tanya, but you know, maybe along the way we draw the 2-pin and we draw Dora, and you know, we can make something happen here for sure.
Yeah.
We want to cheat this though.
If this hand comes through closed, I think it could have serious value, and I think that's why RPS let that fly. Let that 5-pin through. We can see Lasty going all out here. Just if there's one Yakuman you know how to go for, it's 13 orphans. Right off the bat. It wasn't even the greatest 13 orphans type hand, but you know, if you dream big, you might succeed. And Lasty's getting close already. It's just a matter of finding the 3 dragons here. Lasty's not stopping, even though Wuxia Tenpai made the call. Lasty continues to throw the dangerous tiles in the middle. Ooh.
Wow, it's gonna be a quick run by Wuxia.
This one is surprisingly expensive with the 2 hidden Dora. Not quite Mangan, but still enough to keep Wuxia winning the game overall if the scores end this way. So, RPS?
Final hand potentially.
That's right. I think RPS hitting a Mangan here directly on Wuxia would win it, but like a sumo Mangan might not do it because it would put Cool Cat below Wuxia.
Oh yeah.
And it's because of the sumo loss on the dealer. So RPS has a very difficult win condition.
Yeah.
And Lasty is looking at Yakuman or double Yakuman at this point, so it is tough for Lasty here. RPS is already pulling
Wow.
something nice. Like if RPS can reach Haneman level, a lot of other options open up. But I think Haneman Sumo is still not good enough, which is tough. RPS is really looking for that direct hit on Wuxia.
See, it's 12 and then 6, no 3. Yeah, I don't know, because it's only a 15-point difference plus the 10, which
Yes.
is not.
No, 15 plus 10 would be 25. If it is, that would be...
Yeah, I think it would be enough then.
Yeah.
Haneman Sumo. Haneman
Yeah,
Sumo.
so RPS is 19 points down, just a little
I mean,
under
this
19.
hand, this hand is looking like a Haneman Sumo.
Yeah, misses the mixed triples, but can I guess force it
I
by
don't think
cutting
we need
this
to reach
out?
us.
Hmm.
Oh,
Cuts a Dora. Ooh,
wow.
that's a lot of value
Not
lost.
the 1-1?
I guess the other option is to sumo a small hand that's less than Mangan, and then we go into West rounds because everybody's under 30,000.
Oh my goodness.
That is
We do have the West extension.
that
I
is
forgot about that.
that is probably Lasty's best option, right?
Oh, there it is. This could be Sanchoku.
Yeah, we actually noticed Lasty is very close to Tempai as well. Lasty has to sumo though, because Lasty needs everyone to be under 30,000. The other thing is Lasty can't sumo a Baimon because then Lasty would be above 30,000 and it would end the game. It's a very strange spot.
But the 8-soul. Wait, the 8-soul is dangerous against Wuxia.
Oh man.
Wuxia is just Tempai for that Shadow Tempai 5-8-soul, and Wuxia finds it. It's over.
Yeah, I mean, there's
Dora
really
will do
no
it.
reason for Wuxia to reach here. Lasty's
There's
gonna go
Richie
for
by
it.
Lasty.
It's so hard for Lasty because Lasty has to sumo. They don't have the option to roam.
Oh my goodness. Oh, and there it is.
Oh,
8-soul.
I don't see a reason not to take it. Oh, we're getting the saber emote to end the game. The bow.
There it is.
The bow of...
Wuxia finds the Shadow Tempai Pinfu Dora to take it all.
And this last game was extremely close. The lead switched hands so many times. The winner just barely has above 30,000 points. Oh man, Wuxia takes the win here at 33,100. Cool Cat taking a second. It'll be interesting to see between Cool Cat and RPS who ends up where. RPS third, and Lasty taking the last spot on this game. Oh man,
That was an exciting match.
I gotta catch my breath a bit before we announce the final scores because they sure are big. I guess it's not really much of a surprise who got the big win, but in terms of second and third, I think there's still at least a little bit of a mystery there, right? Unless we have a bunch of math whizzes in chat.
We'll see. Drum roll.
Yeah, that being said. Congratulations to Wuxia. And RPS.
Wow, so close. Between
Yeah.
RPS and Cool Cat. Less than 4 points.
Yeah, even though
RPS
RPS
gonna be taking that second.
did come in below Cool Cat on that game number 3, it was not enough for Cool Cat to make the overtake. Woo! Cool Cat with the 0 award, the neutral award 0.9, and Lasty unfortunately could not make their hands come true. Taking
It's a good attempt. Good
Yeah.
attempt.
yeah, I mean it is a lot of work to even get here to the finals.
Oh yeah, I mean, getting to top 4 already out of 3,000, that's incredible. All
Yep.
of these players who have made it this far, and even people who made it to the top 32 section, still
Yeah.
very impressive.
Of course, thanks to everyone who participated, and thanks to everyone who's watching, cheering on, celebrating with us, enjoying this beautiful Mahjong. As another little thanks, we're not quite done yet. What we have is the gift code returning. So, those of you who did miss it earlier on in the stream, we want to make sure you got it this time. Here it is on screen. You've got to go to the browser client. If you have Steam open, if you have your mobile phone open, go to your public library, open up your browse, click the settings cog after you log into Mahjong Soul, then click the others tab and then click the gift code button. There'll be a text box for you to type in this R2CHRY6MAFAU. It expires tomorrow at 7 p.m. UTC 7. That's 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific for North Americans. Whew. Basically, it expires 24 hours after this stream started. So, you have about 20 hours. 21 hours to get that in. Don't forget to type that gift code in before it's too late. But it's not too late for one last prize, one last 30-day fortune charm for all of our fantastic loyal viewers who have been sticking around, liking the stream, subscribing to the Mahjong Soul official channel, and been active in the chat here. I've got a question for you. I hope you've been watching. For those of you who have been here since the start of the stream, you might actually have a bit of an advantage. For those of you who weren't, I hope you've been following Mahjong Soul's socials. Who do you most want to pull in the Gintama collab? Which of the 4 characters available in the Gintama collab are you looking for the most? Who are you most excited to see join your Janshi dormitory? Alright. We have the legendary Silver Soul himself, Gintoki of Gintoki's Odd Jobs, Yorozuya Ginchan. We have not Zura, but Katsura. We have the Kaientai Merchant Fleet Leader, Atsuma Sakamoto. And, of course, the rebellious leader. He doesn't always see eye to eye with Gintoki, but they sure have a lot of history. Shinsuke Takasugi. I think these guys all have a lot in common with each other, but I don't want to spoil everything that they have in common with each other because maybe you haven't seen Gintama yet. I'm going to have to go with the guy they introduced to us from the beginning all the way through to the end, except for a couple side arcs in between. Gintoki. I've always felt that while he doesn't always show it, he has a heart of silver. Alright, so it looks like our winner is also a Gintoki fan. It's M. Almazi. M. Almazi, congratulations. Your love of Gintoki has won you a 30-day fortune charm. So don't forget to contact customer service at mjs.cs@yo-star.com, as well as take a screenshot of your YouTube profile page and send them your Mahjong Soul friend ID to receive your 30-day fortune charm. Congratulations! That's right. And Wuxia also had one thing that they wanted to say before we head out, and that is that the second game of the 3 was actually the most critical to Wuxia. The third game was really close. There were a lot of nerve-wracking moments, but Wuxia felt that because they won the second game, it was a lot easier to make the folds in the third game. They didn't have to take as many risks. And so Wuxia, a lot of people have a bit of a lull there in that second game. If you play a long series, 3 Hanchan, you can kind of zone out in that second game. But every game matters as much as the others. And so if you zone out, it gives your other opponents a chance to strike. And Wuxia did that in the second game. And though everyone was paying tons of attention in the third game, you know, Wuxia already had a big advantage.
Yeah, and I mean, Wuxia just with those crazy fast and Dama hands, the Shadow Tenpai was, again, because the last tournament that we casted, we also saw it come down to essentially like not calling Ricci, right?
Right.
Was what won the whole tournament?
Yeah.
The final hand.
It's like it ended up at that, but there are a lot of things that
Right.
got you there in the first place.
So congratulations once again to Wuxia, plus 53.3, an amazing score. RPS in second of plus 4.3. Cool Cat right up behind, plus 0.9. Only 4 points of difference, less than that, between RPS and Cool Cat. And lastly, in fourth place with minus 58.5, we're going to be taking fourth. They all are going to win some amazing prizes still, though. So, it's awesome for them.
All right. And I've been instructed that for those of you who are latecomers who didn't quite get here on time and you don't know what you missed, we've got the Gintama collab video one more time just to make sure everyone's ready, everyone's the appropriate level of excitement when Gintoki and the crew drop in on Mahjong Soul soon. Take a look.
I hope you guys enjoy the event. See you.
どうも、よろずやの坂田銀時です。なんだ、困りごとか？
ズラじゃないカツラだ。新たな出会い、吉と出るか凶と出るか、いずれ答えが出るだろう。
なんだ、俺に何か用か。まあなんだって構わねえよ。
わしは坂本達馬、海援隊っちゅうとこの社長をしておる。まさかこのわしに出番があるとはのう。ははははは。
リーチ。
リーチ。
ロン、決まる。
チー。
Well, there it is if you missed it the first time. And I do want to note, at the very end there was something pretty interesting. There was Ichihime's Odd Jobs, not Gintoki's Odd Jobs, but Ichihime's Odd Jobs. So it'll be interesting to see just what we'll have to go for in that final event. All right. So, I believe we have the crew here. Irie, Tenhote.
It's me.
As we say thanks everyone for watching here at Reach Mahjong of New York, who is helping produce and run the stream. Our executive producer, Luke Morgan of the Saikoi-sen Japan Pro Mahjong Association. Myself, Tips and Tricks, producing and emceeing here. I've got Irie.
It's me.
I've got Tenhote here.
Let's go, baby.
Woo! As our stream crew. We've got Hammer Girl Anime Mahjong helping out running the tournament, as well as James and Syoro Pro. And of course, all the pets that provide support. Ridley, Jack, Roger, Charlie, Ray, Winston, Sonny, Bishop, Peppercorn, Giles, Kiki, Yuffie, Jake, Donnie, Finn, the cat that used to live at Konati's, Nui, Lucy, Pietro, Yuma, Nemo, Hazel Sausage, Dusty Digger, Katya, Kotick, Deuce, Tips as Fish, Hazelnut, Samson, Ezekiel, Funny Pet, Night Market Cat, Leia, Luke, Ren, Chico, Candy, Frodo, Misha, Samus, Winnie, Richie. Special thanks to Cat Food Studios, the developers, and Yostar, the publisher of Mahjong Soul. And of course, you for watching and bringing Mahjong with you everywhere you go. I hope you all had fun here at the tournament as we end the stream for today. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to follow Mahjong Soul on all their official channels for the new content releases. You might even see more about Gintama up soon, like a release date on the collab. So from all of us here, thank you for watching, and see you next time.